We pick back up with Ravening in sight as the ship enters the waters, with the bow and Steve fill in. Within an hour, we will reach port. A halfling meets us at the docks. We tell them that we are staying for 4 days. It costs 5 GP to have our boat here. We pay for some repairs to structural integrity and other general repairs for 15 GP. The party discusses if we should hire more crew for the cannons. Rose sees a glint in the distance. Ilona says she is gonna go to the store. Celadrin wants to join. Umbra asks Ilona to buy some local tea. Vareth heads towards the glint. Umbra follows. There are scuff, knee, marks in the dirt. Someone happens to be watching us. Vareth, again. There is some blank paint scraped onto one of the trees. Ilona explains to Celadrin why she reacted the way she did when she saw her mother interrupt the Skyra's vision. They had arrived at the store and purchased tea for Umbra, a sack of salt, and 4 turd-sized pieces of coal. Celadrin scouting. Umbra casts conjure animals to summon 8 wolves to scout and to observe, not to attack. Xander buys black powder bombs from a crazy merchant. Everyone takes a long rest on the ship at the end of the night. 2 of the 8 wolves return and they explain that there was a whistling before an ambush a fair way into the forest. No idea what the creatures smelled like, and more unnatural smells were present. They don't think that they were followed while they were running home. Umbra is using the night to see if anything approaches the ship, but nothing does. Umbra knocks on Ilona's door and sees her praying, and receives the tea Ilona bought after a brief conversation regarding Ilona's experiences from Thingolf and Ravenik previously. Ilona asks Umbra to try and imbue a scroll with Pass Without Trace. They then have a small conversation about their first languages and what language they use when they think in their heads while thinking. Nice. Umbra asks Ilona how she's feeling at the moment. Ilona says that she is a little ashamed because she thinks that people rely on her, the party does, to keep them together. Umbra reassures her that it's okay to spend time by themselves and offers words on how to help with that. Let Saladrin cook. Saladrin is keeping a lookout of the dock, definitely not the harbour master's hut, to see if the door might be locked. Tarvus makes a general walk about the ship to make sure that everything is in place. Xander searches out a tannery and queries to purchase a satchel. The asking price is 1 gold, but Xander gives 2. He then fishes at the ship of the day, catching a few small fish that are tossed back. Zolan and Bareth have a quick chat regarding his wide eyes and where he walked off to the previous day. Bareth gets a crazy idea to make a Gara and goes to track down Celadrin. He finds him, figures out exactly what he's doing, and tells him how to do it better. Tells Celadrin that Bareth wants to make a gun on a ship. They come to an agreement that Celadrin takes 70% and Bareth takes 30% of the whole from the Harbour Master's hut. Celadrin approaches Xander, who tells him that Bareth mentioned the Black Hand. They discuss the possibility that he meant Phantom Warriors instead of the Black Hand. Darren plays his lute with the melancholy rhythm, looks up to the sky, breathes and looks at his lute, contemplating whether to continue playing. He sees Vareth, nods and returns to his lute. He isn't feeling too good at the moment. Vareth joins him and mentions that we're being followed. He asks if Darren is okay, and Darren says that this clump of sand in his hands represent what we've been through and the desire to keep going, and wonders how much longer he can keep going. Darren ends on a rather depressive note, and Darren is wondering if he should continue adventuring or even playing his lute. Vareth has tears in his eyes and explains to him that he's important to the party, and that he would have left if it wasn't for Darren being part of this journey. Darren laments his feelings to Vareth and puts his lute away. Vareth adheres to the sand analogy by saying that everyone can help with the weight of the sand by each holding a piece. Darren mentions that the party is his family and he wouldn't trade it for anything. They end the conversation happily and in contentment. Darren picks his lute up and starts playing again. Vareth goes to his room to relax for a bit. It's currently midnight and Celadrin wakes Vareth to stop the night heist. Ilona overhears and Vareth sees her and waits. Ilona questions the intentions of his little outing. Ilona is skeptical at best, but is willing to let them go. Ilona gives them a blessing, granting advantage of stealth checks, shrouded by the night. Salandrin says that they're relocating wealth. They then argue about how much money they're spending, and Vareth mentions that his armband gives 10 gold per day, and the deed gives them 10 platinum per week. Saladrin's eyes widened at the thought of taking the armband. Ilona only lets them go because they're friends. Saladrin goes to the harbour master's office. No one is in the office. He tries to open the door and finds it locked. He picks the lock and lets himself in, finds the safe and picks the lock, takes 3 large leather sacks and puts them on his belt, grabs a piece of paper and draws a relatively crude Jotun Brothers symbol on it. Then heads back to the ship with 2,573 gold. Vareth questions why all the bags were taken. He sees a shadow, blinks and it's gone. Saladrin sees nothing, but sees another shave before it's gone again. They both start running to the ship. Ilona sees Saladrin return and Saladrin goes back to his quarters saying that Ilona steals from her own team, end quote. Vareth gives her his things back. Ilona returns the bag to the harbour master's office. She also sees a shape and says, "Hello." She then says, "Don't fuck with Moon Man." Nothing else happens on her journey back to the ship, prays a little and returns to her quarters. The next morning, Tarvus notices bodies in the street and they all have the symbol in easily concealed spots and starts rubbing his shoulder. Ilona finds an apothecary and buys 3 small vials, a blood syringe and a leather dagger sheath. Ilona hands over 5 gold for the lot. Ilona also sees the bodies and makes connection that they're of the same nature. Ilona smuggling in curios into her room. Ilona mentions the bodies to Xander. The party has a small argument about trying to find Tarvus, as he isn't on the ship. Ilona uses sending to task Tarvus if he's okay because of the bodies on the street. Tarvus says that he's fine and knows where bodies, end quote. Ilona, Xander and Vareth go to find Tarvus. The rest of the party stay back on the ship. Umbra cleans up the kitchen. Tarvus going for a walk to do things. Tarvus is found at the courier's office. Ilona returns to the ship. Xander explains that a courier is to Vareth. Vareth comes to the conclusion that money is control in certain areas, and both he and Xander return to the ship. A dagger sinks into the mast of the ship, and a black figure appears to be approaching the inn, revealing broken ribs and blood and gore. He dies with a grin on his face after coughing up some blood. End speech.
Alright, thank you, Raf, for reading that recap. Getting back into it, the fight has just concluded.
Alright.
What are we doing, folks?
Do we loot the body?
Take
the
the
body.
gun.
Go for the gun, go for the ring.
Yep, I'm going straight for the gun.
I don't loot anything.
No, you do not, Tarvus. Oh boy, howdy, there sure are bodies.
I'll go for the ring.
Everyone who is looting, roll investigation checks, please.
Okay.
That's
God
an
damn
11.
it. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Darren.
This is not going my way.
So far, highest is an 11 that I can see. Is that
We'll
correct?
roll that bad.
I'll try to roll for it. Investigation, was it?
Yes, indeed.
I just realised I was
Yes. Still 11.
Alright, well, I'll take an 11. So, Zoldan, you're looking through all of the stuff, you're pointing out various bits and pieces to the party. What you find, Zoldan, are 6 pistols, 1 rifle, a ring of invisibility, 6 shields, 7 curious-looking helmets. Yeah, not quite sure what their purpose is. 4 breastplates that aren't too broken to use. A studded leather armor set. And that's really about it. You guys are welcome to investigate those items further if you want to.
What was the last one, sorry?
A studded leather armor.
Thank you.
But you are welcome to investigate those items.
check off a magical or arcana, persuasion, anything of that description.
So
Magical things.
the guns, they are all extremely complex in design, and they're all covered in various symbols. And when you pick it up, it starts to glow with a sort of bluish white light.
I look at specifically the rifle.
Sure. It's similar in design to the pistols, but much more elongated in shape, with a much longer barrel and with a much longer stock. Again, also covered in these strange symbols that glow bluish white as you pick it up.
Ew.
Does it appear to do anything with the glow? Anyone got an arcana base or magical know-how?
Anyone who's proficient in Arcana is welcome to do an Arcana roll.
By guidance.
That most definitely isn't me.
Neither.
Does anyone?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. Is anyone proficient in Arcana? I'm just checking Thimble's sheet now.
Not really, just a plus
Nope.
one.
Thimble is.
Let's go, Thimble!
Let's see
Do
what
we
he rolls.
trust it?
You said guidance, Steve?
That's the. Yes, I did.
Okay, so 12 total. Thimble has a bit of a look around on these various weapons and armor, sees even more of these symbols across the various breastplates and the studded leather, and has a look at these helmets and draws the conclusion that they're all slightly augmented with magic. The guns don't seem to rely on ammunition as such, but rather draw in condensed energy and fire that at extreme speeds, almost silently, dealing more damage than you would expect from a weapon of this type. You gather that the guns themselves are pistols +1 and a rifle +1. The shields are +1 shields. The breastplates are +1, and the studded leather armor is +2. The helmets seem to be imbued with some sort of communications magic, though range and how it works, he hasn't quite figured that out. Can't really give that with a 12.
Well, Thimble, it appears that you've given us a good insight into this.
I grew up around magic.
Well, if anyone else has anything I'm hurting, shall we pick up the loot and get back to the ship? Like, unless there's anything around here that anyone in particular wants to find, loot, whatever. Tarvus, you good? You're looking a little bit worse for wear there, bud.
Oh, we should probably get moving. We don't want to stick around in case there's more.
They don't have any notes on them.
With the investigation check you rolled, you didn't find any.
Okay.
As you are leaving the clearing, Vareth, can you roll a perception check for me?
Yep, just give me 2 seconds. Fran just rocked up, so I'm just setting some stuff up. Come on, load, bugger. I don't even have expertise in investigation. That's 17.
17? Nice. As you're leaving the clearing, out of the corner of your eye, you see a couple of shapes in the snow. They're about 3 to 4 foot long, 1 foot wide. You almost miss them because they're silver in colour, blending into the white snow around it.
I will go and check out the sparkling things.
As you pick one of these things up, even more symbols start glowing, and the object in your hand almost comes to life with energy. It's in the shape, a shape you haven't quite seen before. I'll get you to roll an intelligence check to see if you know what to do with it.
Do you mind rolling it for me real quick? I'm just in the kitchen.
Yep, if you don't mind muting up.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yep, he forgot to mute, definitely. Intelligence. He does not know what to do with this, but he finds 7 of them.
That sounds convenient.
Convenient number, indeed. Well, Captain, your sway here. Anything else you want to look up?
Because Vareth ducked off from the group, can I go after him?
Yep, and you see what he finds. It's once he picks it up, it's kind of hard to miss.
Can I figure out what it is?
Roll an intelligence check.
Yay, intelligence. I don't know.
I'll give you advantage.
What is he at?
Situation.
Okay. Sorry, D&D Beyond's being a pain.
It's all good.
Oh, that's an 11.
DC as that was 10. You pick it up, you see all the runes come to life, and you know just based on the shape of this, what you think it could be. You drop it to the ground and it's hovering about a foot off the ground. And it seems to be in the shape of a snowboard.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo, what's that?
What?
Snowboard?
What doing?
Xander, mark 7 hoverboards into your inventory.
Words of the year.
Y'all have hoverboards.
Okay, do we know how to use hoverboards, or?
That will be
Suck.
trial and error.
Shit's wild. How many? 7?
Yep.
I'll put them into my backpack. Roger. I've got 7 hoverboards.
Yes.
Alright. For story expedience, I'll say you get back to the ship
Who's
unless
coming
there
back?
is anything else.
Alex said come with me,
you
and she
want to
was
do?
no, I hate you. You suck ass.
Henry, you are not
And
muted.
then it's gonna go speaking.
I was coming back.
I'm
Yeah, but
muting
you should-
Henry. Alright, so we'll say you're at the ship.
Right, yeah.
Do we just, like, leave, or?
Well, I'm assuming repairs are being
Repairs are finished, yes.
finished, yeah? Okay. I was gonna say, if not finished, like, a little bit to go, like, final details.
Yeah, no, it's all done, ready to go.
Sweet.
Can I practice on the hoverboard real quick?
Yep, roll
Yeah,
both intelligence and athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
intelligence, was it?
Yep.
There's that one. 17s.
Yeah, alright. It's almost as like you were born to do this. Pulling some Tony Hawk Skater Pro like trickery as you're sliding around town on your hoverboard doing X Games tricks and shit. It's as epic as you think.
Nice.
That's dope.
I'm feeling on top of the world right now.
Hell yeah.
Is everything in check to set sail, Tarvus?
Sorry. Sorry.
Is everything in check for us to set sail?
Would I need to roll to do a check of that, or?
Nah, I'll say it's all good to go.
Yeah, I think we're just about good to go. I think it's just whenever we're finished here.
Rightio. Does anyone else have anything they need to do here before we set sail?
Just the rigging as far as I'm aware.
I believe we've got everything on board. Decks are clean. I'm good.
Alona?
I am okay.
Rightio. No one else has absolutely nothing else they need to do.
No.
Rightio. Then we shall set sail for Skjaldarvik.
Alright. You set
Just on the way
sail.
back to the. Sorry.
No?
Just on the way back to the ship, I'll just go up to Alona and go, look, thanks for keeping everyone alive. You did great.
Thank you. Are you okay?
I should be asking you that.
Oh, you know me. I can be pretty hardy when I need to be.
Yeah, it's still very concerning to see you just hit the ground like that.
It was weird. I could, like, feel this weird pull, like, into the earth. It was... I did not like it.
Well, try to stick with us, and we won't let her take you that easily.
Thank you. I'm going to go and, patch some wounds, I think.
That's all good. Oh. Yep. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna keep going back to the ship.
Alright, so we're setting sail now. You guys have a week's journey ahead of you. Your crew's ready to go. You didn't hire any new people, so it's just the 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, is there anything you guys wanted to do while sailing? Now is the time to say it.
Rude.
Fair enough.
I'll hand out the hoverboards again.
So there are 8 people in your group. And 7
I'm happy to sit out
hoverboards.
on this one. I'm not using that witchcraft.
I'm afraid I'm not even sure if it'll hold me.
I mean, I can kind of, like, fly in the dark, which no one seems to think is awesome, by the way.
It's kind of cool, not gonna
Right? I hover like a bat. I'm like a bat. Except purple.
Purple.
Wait, are there purple bats?
lie. I don't think so. But I don't know.
There are giant 6-foot ones.
What?
There are giant 6-foot bats.
Sorry?
Alright, Zelden, you can fuck off with that shit. You can... No.
I have enough to worry about without worrying about 6-foot bats.
You're right. I'll just be on my hoverboard and going along with that.
6-foot bats are very interesting when you see them up close. Just
Are there
saying.
purple bats?
There are purple bats. It just depends on where you come from. It also depends on if they are covered with anything prior to you fighting them.
Nice.
I remember a few back in my time. They were some were friendly, some were definitely not friendly. But yeah, purple bats. They are out there. As he looks off into the distance.
That was very deep. Looking off like that.
Well, I lived in a cave for a while. You kind of gotta make peace with weird flying things. Yeah. They're out there. Though I will say. Oh, sorry.
No, you're right, bro. You're right. Go.
Oh, all I was gonna say is that the purple bats are pretty kind. Those the red, blue, and yellow ones that you gotta watch out for. The brightly colored ones.
Are any of those ones 6 feet tall?
Depends. Depends on the region. Depends on the location. And depends if you're in a Fey realm or if you're in material plane. It's really
I'm just going to avoid caves altogether.
yeah. That's probably the best idea, Alona.
Now I have 2 things I hate about caves. 1, no moon. 2, 6 feet bats.
So you come to this cave. No, I'm just kidding.
Wondered what that was under the ship.
Is it a cave in the ship?
Anywho, I have potions to make and only a week to do so, so I'm going to do that.
Oh yeah. Have fun.
Don't remember about giant multicolored squirrels too.
What?
Government.
I'm
I'm gonna
kidding,
need
but
a list of
I'm
things
100%
to
kidding,
go
by the way.
Look, Zoldan, being fully honest with you, there are some weird beasties out there.
Okay.
A lot of the time, the multicolored and the bright colored ones. You gotta watch those. Gotta watch those. Don't think I've
Good
ever
to know.
experienced
Good to know.
DM, I don't think I would have experienced any multicolored squirrels.
If you
the old
did,
ones.
they were in the Fey realm, in Faerun, and they were very strange.
I'll have to. Next time we're in the Fey realm, Zoldan, we'll have a look. We'll go hunting for them.
Hell.
Though I will ask the DM as well.
Hi.
How much time has passed on the first pass without a trace scroll? Was that second day that we were here? I'm checking my notes, but I can't remember.
If you used a scroll for it, it's a one-time use.
No, as in, clarification. When Alona asked me to create a
make
scroll,
it.
was it day 2? Or was it?
I think it was day 2 that happened. So the next day you would have been leaving port. So when you get there, it would have been about. When you get to Skjaldarvik, it would have been about 8-9 days.
Yeah.
No rush.
Okay. All good. I just wanted to double check because it said it takes me about a week to do it. So I just wanted to double check on top of my few other expeditions that I want to do during my time. Bored.
Are there any books on board?
Did you bring books? Any of you?
I have books.
I have a jet. That's about it.
Because the ship only has what you have provided it with.
Yeah.
Who was which of the crew members was it that was good at art?
I think it was Alfie.
I'm going to go and talk to Alfie.
Yeah.
Alfie,
Hello.
I was wondering, you know how I want like a portrait of everybody?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, I was also hoping if you could do like maybe two of like all of us together.
Yeah, absolutely. What sort of poses do you reckon?
Ooh, maybe one that's all like we look like fearsome, and absolutely blood-splattered adventurers who have just slain a dragon. And maybe the other one, it could be like we're all sitting around like a little dining table, looking like little cherubs.
Okay, so we're gonna have a really cute one, and we're gonna have a really badass, gory one. I like this.
You know,
I
both
li-
our personalities.
Absolutely, I will get on that immediately.
Are you enjoying your new coloring implements?
I love them. Where'd you get them?
Just the store. You could get anything from stores around this place.
I suppose that's true.
You won't believe what I bought the other day.
What'd you get?
It was like something to, like a thing that you like stick in your arm and then you can like pull out blood.
Jeez. What are you doing with something like that?
Oh, you know, I read this thing a while ago when I was doing some medical training under Fed Roda, my friend and teacher, and it was like this new technique that was up and coming. That was like you can use blood, like you take it from one person and then you give it to another, and then like it helps them recover more quickly.
Whoa.
Right? So I'm like, I can just try that out, you know?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Who knows? Maybe one day you'll need blood and I can give you blood.
Yeah, sure. If you think it's safe, I'd be down to give it a go.
Well, let me test it on myself first.
I think that's a... Well, I won't say a wise decision, because testing on yourself, it might go wrong, and we don't want it to go wrong. But, yeah, test it. Absolutely.
I wonder if you can use tiefling blood in humans. Or if that is like, you'll shrivel up and die. Or vice versa. Sorry, this is sounding very like threatening. I'm not threatening, I'm thinking.
You see, like, kind of light go out in his eyes, and he's looking a bit like, oh god. Oh god. Like, at the thought of it.
Just the art, please. No blood is required. Except for
yep.
that of in the picture.
Yep.
Not your blood, of course, just drawn blood.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm going to go now. See, this is why I don't leave my room.
You have a good trip, ma'am.
You too. I'm so sorry. She runs back to her room.
Anyone else doing anything on the voyage?
DM, can I do what I was talking to you about the other day?
You sure?
I'll start making my herbal smokes in the kitchen. And yeah, I'll start trying out different blends with the teas and the mushrooms.
Go ahead and roll a d20 for me. I'm curious about something.
It's gonna be fun. No ads, just flat
Just a
D20 roll.
d20.
Okay. Big money. 16.
Okay. You're reasonably successful with your first batch, though colours seem to get a little more intense the more of them you smoke. The ship seems to be swaying a little bit. You look at the back of your hand and your flesh is moving. Whoa! About after an hour it passes.
I created psychedelics. Have I recreated those spores? This should be interesting. I'm making note in the tea journal that I got, the book of teas, and also book of mushrooms that I got from the herbalist.
Sure.
I'm like just adding in that. I need to find alcohol. I need Zoldan. I go looking for Zoldan.
Yes, sir.
Zoldan,
Mm-hmm.
I I need your expertise on something. Do you have a little bit?
Sure.
Alright, follow me to the kitchen and bring a variety of booze.
Okay. Should I
Yes.
bring them in just small little vials or the actual bottle?
Bring the bottle.
Oh.
We may need a
Okey-doke.
Zan. We may need a
Frozen.
Xander.
Damn it. Question?
Ah, Xander. Captain. You got a high constitution for drink, don't you?
Yes.
Alrighty. What about the bard? Where's Darren? We need a range of pallets.
I'm not about.
Darren.
What?
Oh, sorry, Xander. Go.
I'm not about to die, am I?
No.
God, no.
I don't even know what he's up to. I don't even know what he's up to. He just asked for a variety of booze. So I've provided wine, ale, and a mead off the top of my head.
I'm not
Any-
packed in for a big night, boys.
Oh. Oh, there with me, boy. Where's Darren?
I'm thinking you sit this one out, buddy. You need the rest.
Bandages on his stomach.
Yeah, no, sit this out. Talk to Alana,
Sorry.
please.
Henry, how
Yes.
long have you been back? Because I messaged you and you didn't respond.
Sorry, dude. I've been back for a while.
Yeah, you've been muted for ages.
Yeah, I know. I switched over to my tablet.
No, as in, I muted you, so I haven't heard a word you said for at least 20 minutes.
Oh, I was also muted on my headset in the kitchen.
You weren't muted on your headset, bro. We could hear everything.
That's why we
Yeah.
muted you.
No, sorry.
Could hear.
Where's this meeting you're talking about? Where is that voice?
Hey, it's not.
You hear
Right.
God.
Am I?
Don't worry. Sometimes you just hear shit in the kitchen.
Wait, I can hear God.
Yeah,
Which one?
sometimes in the kitchen. Frangipani are talking to me through the rafters.
That's called dividing.
Anyway, back to it.
I didn't know I was. Oh. Anyway, Vareth, come along. But I might recommend you. You can have a drink, but I'll mix it first if that's okay.
Of
Before
course.
it gets all done. Okay. Come along, gentlemen. Now, I'll take them to the kitchen to see my entire spread of everything:
Do we find-
teas, mushrooms.
Do we find Tarvus on the way?
I'm on the top deck.
But probably not. Okay.
Would we see Darren on the way?
I don't know.
You would see him in the kitchen sleeping.
Why are you sleeping in the
sleeping?
kitchen?
You have a room. What?
We're all sleeping in the kitchen. What are you talking about?
Wake him up and you'll find out.
Look, down in the corner.
Darren. I go over
Uh,
and
Oh,
shake him. Are you
Wake up.
Are you awake, bud? I click.
oh
click
Christ, is
fix
the
ears.
crack? Oh, it's just ya, bruh. Oh, Christ me like.
I am. Are you alright, bud?
Remind me, pal, have you seen a flask anywhere?
Flask.
Darren would point to his right side.
I'll
Is
pat him
that it
down.
over there?
Ah,
Ah,
here you are. I pick it up
it
and
would
give it back to him.
smell of really strong alcohol.
Ah, you've been day drinking again, Darren.
What you're talking about is the start of the evening. I think. Are we?
You
What
look out
day is it
the
today?
port window, and it is very much the middle of the day.
Oh, look at that.
Well, I mean, you've only beaten us by about 10 minutes, or however long you've been here, Is it?
Do I
You
need
know
to get
what?
more
Almost
alcohol now? Do I need to get more alcohol now?
That's 10 minutes of missed drinking opportunity. Pour another.
It's funny you say that. And Zoldan, I think we're right for the minute. Gather around, gentlemen. Now,
Darren would get up, but he'll slip on his face again. Oh, Christ.
can I try and catch you?
Yeah, sure.
Dexterity check.
Oh. Dex check.
Roll it, son.
That's a 10.
Yeah, that's enough. You catch him, but you kind of stagger as you catch him before he hits the floor.
Alright,
Oh, big boy.
Darren. I'm gonna set you up on this chair over here. We're about to have a fun time. I hope.
Oh, you're talking about fun, aren't you? Let me tell you a story of this wee lass I... Oh, never mind. Put me on the chair.
Keep talking, Darren. I'm curious about this lass of yours. I know you're missing your dwarvish dame. Oh. Tell
Of
us a bit
course
more.
I do. I wish her every day. Oh, Christ, buddy. You ever fallen in love with a woman you haven't seen her for ages? Does your head in? Ah, Christ, what am I saying?
I don't know this feeling.
You know what, Emperor? Go get me more meat.
You make a very valid point there. Make a valid
Come
point
on,
there, my friend.
lads. We almost died the other day. Why not celebrate while we're living?
Almost die
Indeed.
every... What are you talking
Well.
about?
Oh, what day is it today?
I'm not sure. We'll check with Vareth later. He seems to know the best days and
it's
best
the-
times.
It's the day for drinking.
I'll pick out some of the selections that are around. Now, gentlemen, I hear that you all like your drink, and you've liked my Dutch tea in the past. Well, today I'm trying something new. I heard Zoldan, you were talking up to one of the barkeeps near the last port we're in,
Yes.
and you're saying about my concoctions. Well,
Yep.
I've been trialing a few things lately, and he whips out the smokes. He whips out the different blends of teas and mushrooms. Now, I've heard if I mix these correctly, we can get either something extremely beautiful or extremely disgusting, just to put it bluntly. Will you help me trial and test?
To make it good, I'm assuming.
Well, make it good and make sure we got everything.
Sure. I can help.
That would be greatly appreciated. So, let's start brewing. What are we rolling? Damn, I got a couple of concoctions ready to go, but I'm like,
Okay, so you're starting with drinks or smokes or both?
we'll go with drinks first. We'll go with drinks first, then bring in smokes.
Probably.
Con saves for the drinks. Whoever's partaking.
Sure, why not?
Alright, I'll roll.
That's bad. I got a 7.
What are we rolling for?
Con
Just a
save.
con check. Oh, con save.
Hell yeah.
I got a 7.
That's a 20. That's 20, baby.
Hey,
You're
roll.
all sipping away at your drinks. Xander, meanwhile, slams it back, slams his tankard on the bench, and looks up ready for another. Zoldan, you're drinking, and you feel slightly funky, but you feel alright. I'm going to increase the DC for you for everything else from here on out. Moving on, are we doing smokes next, or smokes and drinks, or just drinks?
We'll go, if it's alright, boys, you let me know. We can go smokes. I lay out a couple of different packs that I've put together. I have smokes. We have drink. I also have cards. Happy to go in whatever order you want, boys.
What in the fuck's a smoke?
Ah, Xander. I thought. Tell me, being a military man, you haven't seen these little concoctions before? And I'll pull up like a very thin, about let's say 4 centimeters long, 5 centimeters long, tea leaf wrapped cylinder. Well, this is a smoke.
See,
Some
I'm
call it.
seeing
Yes.
around the place.
Have you seen them around the place before?
Pipes, not
Pipes.
smokes. Whatever. Yeah, whatever that is.
Well, something I saw a long time ago. I tried to recreate it. Put it this way. It's similar to a pipe, but this version doesn't give you as bad internal issues.
Okay.
Lots of different. I've done herbal with lots of different flavors. Please pick one up. I hold out a match and hold out one. If you don't want to partake, you don't have to. But I'm testing blends to see if we can sell to make a bit of extra coin around the shipyards and the docks.
So, what would you say would be your top 3 choices out of your smokes?
So, I pull out a Earl Grey green tea leaf box with Earl Grey tea leaf. I bring out a chamomile and I bring out a lavender mixed in. And they've all been mixed in with some of the mushrooms that we've put into the drinks we've been having to add that little extra spice.
Okie dokie. I'll go chamomile one.
Done? Well done.
Yeah. What am I
One.
wrong?
I'll try the lavender one.
Give me whichever one's the sweetest.
Take a chamomile, my friend.
Alright, everyone who's taken in the smoke, roll a con save.
Oh. Yeah,
That's
no.
what-
Nah, chief.
The same number again?
Save, Steve.
Save, my bad. That's even worse.
Those of a 15 or lower, you immediately start coughing. But after a little bit, the coughing subsides. You look around. Why is Darren's nose moving around his face? His eyes are changing colour. Why is that grin too wide? His hair's getting longer.
Why are my nails growing?
Why is the ship upside down? What is happening? And you're just fully freaking out. Zoldan, yours is particularly bad. And you end up needing to go up to the top railing and throwing up over the side of the boat because the sensation is just so intense.
Are you good, Zoldan?
You look over at Tarvus, and instead of Tarvus, you see this weird, long, smoke-like creature with black arms and bright green eyes, and it sounds like he's talking in some language you don't understand.
Hi there. We're having concussions somewhere on the boat. I'm done for the moment, but you can try if you want. I don't know what you said. Bye.
Can I like curse in primordial?
Sure.
Oh, no.
I'm not putting a. I'm just like swearing in primordial.
Uh-huh.
Darren and Xander, you guys are chilling. Like, you are super mellowed out. You're just kind of vibing.
Nice.
Was Tarvus
Is
fine?
this still happening in the kitchen?
What was that?
Is this still in the kitchen?
Yes.
Yes.
You're catching up the second hands.
You are with them, are you, Vareth?
Yeah, I am. But I guess this is secondhand smoke. Do I have to roll?
I think you should.
Oh,
DC's
no.
lower. DC's lower, don't worry.
Yay.
I got particularly bad rolls.
Oh, I got a 10.
Oh, that's what you needed to not freak out.
Wait, what?
So, Vareth, you're also pretty mellowed out, but colors are just a little bit more intense than you're used to at the moment.
Guys, what's happening right now? What's going on?
I don't know, but it's pretty cool.
Should I help But I'll help Zoldan off the top deck because I don't want to run the risk of him falling off the edge.
Fair enough.
Hey, what you doing?
It's
Anyone
like,
else?
can I just cast levitate on him and then just pull him along?
Sure. So, Zoldan, from your perspective, it looks like this weird shadow creature just reached out towards you and wrapped its smoke-like tendrils around you and just lifted you in the air. But it's
Oh,
fine.
This is nice.
Everything
This is
is
nice.
fine.
This is nice. I would like to.
Is anyone else kind of hungry?
Xander has the munchies.
Start whipping up some chicken nuggets in weird shapes, and he's like getting some chips out.
I'll drop Zoldan back off with the rest of you.
Tarvus,
Yeah,
you walk
I'm
in
going
to
to-
see Xander and Darren sitting on stools in the kitchen. Darren looking a little bit like he's definitely drunk. Xander
Walk in to see
chill
everyone
as can
absolutely full
be.
ladies.
Zoldan absolutely off his rocker. Umbra like looking around at all of the new things to experience. It's a time.
They're gonna just pinch the bridge of my nose and just go. I'll put Zoldan in a
reckon I-
chair and I'm just gonna go back up to the top deck.
What's my perspective of this?
You're floating along like a balloon. You're going in through the corridors that seem to be stretching out infinitely. All of a sudden, there's a door. You go through this portal, and there's all of your friends. But why is
Oh,
Xander
hey.
super skinny? Wait, no, he's big again. Whoa.
Hey guys, I don't know if I should have more, but I'm going to.
Oh no!
Oh,
I think you've had enough, Sunshine.
I would
What?
agree with that.
I can take another one.
Yeah, take a drink then. Zoldan. I think the smoke may have pushed you over the edge, bud. And I purposely make sure it's just a flat drink. No additives, no anything extra on top. of
Roll
this.
an insight check.
Me?
No. Umbra.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, rip it out, son.
That's right, he's a little tipsy.
Oh, he's also kind of freaking out.
It's a 9. Unless I can guide, I'm not.
If you want to guide, go for it. I can't promise what's gonna happen.
I mean, I might as well do it for the memes. That's a 4. So what was that? 13.
So you cast a spell on yourself, and for a brief moment you have this moment of clarity, but it's quickly whisked away. You look in your hand, and it is certainly a drink. You hand it to Zoldan. Zoldan, you pick up what looks to be this glowing chalice of pure light. You take a sip, and it is the most divine drink you've ever tasted in your life. To Xander and Darren and Varith, it looks like he's just been handed the bottle of mayonnaise and is guzzling mayonnaise.
Clark, what the Christ are you doing?
What you on about? This tastes like liquid gold.
Mate, why are you drinking mayonnaise out of the jar?
This is not mayonnaise. This
Like
is
a-
glowing gold.
Like,
Wait, Umbra.
standing in the doorway, just looking at everyone, going, "What?"
You can stand in there a little bit and make a con save.
A con save.
Yeah, second hand.
Oh no.
Oh no! Tarvus, colours are starting
going
to
to my
get
room.
more intense. As you're walking down the corridor, it seems to be shifting under your feet. You get to your room, and it passes after a little bit. You're fine.
Yeah. Tarvus has a reason for not liking that.
Hey, Umbra, we didn't buy mayonnaise in our last shop. How old is that mayonnaise?
I'm guzzling so much so quickly I fall backwards because of how tipsy I got from the previous couple.
Not that kind of
Vareth, if I'm being honest with you, you are Vareth, yes? Yes, you are Vareth. I'm not 100% sure. I think we had mayonnaise on here beforehand. I couldn't tell you if I'm being honest, my friend.
It was before we even owned the ship. How old is this mayonnaise?
It's an excellent question.
If
Do
it's
I
before you
recognise it's
owned the
mayonnaise?
ship, if it's from before you owned the ship, it's a minimum of 3 weeks old, 3.5 weeks old.
He has a strong disposition. I look over at Zoldan.
stomach.
Should be. I mean, Xander and Darren seem fine, and they didn't touch the mail, but you know.
I wonder if Zoldan has lead stomach perk.
Do I? That's fine.
Sure, go for it.
After tonight.
Oh, hell yeah, I rolled another 3.
No! Oh no. Alright, you're drinking this beautiful golden liquid, and all of a sudden, the taste turns to ash in your mouth, and you can't get it out of your mouth quickly enough. You shove your fingers down your throat to try and vomit it up, but it just feels like snakes are coming back up your throat. To the others, it looks like he's just freaking out, trying to force himself to throw up, throwing up, freaking out that he hasn't thrown up again, and continually doing this.
God.
Do we get him water or something?
That possibly might be an idea, Vareth.
I was gonna bring over some cold water. I don't know if you guys have ever had cold water when you're high. It's an experience. I'm just gonna give you the cold water.
Will it kill the snakes coming out my mouth?
There's snakes in your mouth?
The snakes? Will it
Jesus
kill it?
Christ, laddie, what the hell are you... Jay.
I love how Darren and I are just the people that are just chilling watching this all unfold.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much.
You guys look completely fine. Meanwhile, I'm dying.
He's fully freaking out.
Worst.
Zoldan. Oh, that's it.
Yes, Mr. Bam.
You listen to me. Oh Christ, Xander, what we gotta do with him?
I know. Give me another drink.
Oh,
No, you're not getting another drink.
you're gonna have some water and some food, and then you're going to go to bed for a bit, I think.
Whatever you say, Tiny.
You're calling him tiny. What?
What? He's skin and bone.
After I've recovered, I'm going back to the top deck and ignoring what they're doing.
That's understandable.
All right, I give up.
Yes.
I'll walk myself over to the sink, pour some water from a keg, thinking it's, I don't know, syrup of sorts, and guzzle that instead. Does that help?
Jesus.
Yeah, you're starting to come to now, and you've got this blinding headache.
Umbra, that was an experience.
I did say you'd have an experience.
You didn't tell me what experience. Bloody
No.
hell. Well, what
Yeah.
have I done? I look around and seeing all the vomit.
We'll clean that up. Don't you worry, Zoldan. But hey, experience. Tick off the box, as they say. Baron, Xander, how did you appreciate the?
He's just gonna hand you a bucket and mop and just go, "This is how I experienced it."
Yeah, it's fair, Bareth. I did say I would clean.
But I didn't really feel that much.
Oh, it was beautiful, Amber. It was beautiful.
It was pretty good. But, have you tried using tobacco leaf instead?
Well, I didn't have access to any, and so when we next find port, I'll go find some tobacco leaf. I was more trying to recreate what I knew with the materials at hand.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
But
Just
I think.
as a suggestion, that was.
Oh no, 100%. And like you see him open up a journal and start writing down notes and based off reactions and based off the entire experience.
Just some Dr. Monroe shit right here.
You gotta test the product before you distribute. There's under.
Yeah, okay, Heisenberg, calm down.
So, but no, I figured it would be something nice, just as a bit of a change of pace. We've all seemed a bit high-strung lately, and I mean, I know, I'm speaking from personal here. I feel like there's been a bit of tension amongst everybody. So a nice bit of a chill moment to laugh and enjoy the little things was needed. And I'll definitely be trying to find Tarvus, Salazar, and Ilona. Because I think, wait, we've all got to experience one time.
Oh, okay. Well, it was certainly different. I appreciate the opportunity, and I'm going to return to the top deck to get some fresh air from the Mel.
DM. Given I'm at 6 HP from this whole experience,
Yeah.
would I have lost any of that? I understand that's
Only
poisoning.
dignity HP.
I'm at 1 out of 99. after that.
Yes, no actual health lost. It's just you are now incredibly uncomfortable and will be having the worst hangover of your life for the next 2 days.
This is only like day one of the week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does seasickness like?
It certainly doesn't
I-
help.
Yeah, I didn't think it would.
Who's left in the kitchen?
Where did everyone else go?
Well, I've moved back up to top deck.
So it was me.
Yeah.
Vareth is here, Thimble's still here.
Aaron's still in the kitchen.
I'm gonna start cleaning up and might spike up a conversation with Darren and Vareth, unless someone else would like to go.
I don't have anything to do. Well, right now anyway.
Has Alona got anything she'd like to do, or Saladrin?
We're just hanging out together.
Y'all just chilling?
We're playing cards
Nice.
in Ilona's room.
I'll leave it to you then, Liam.
Alright, well, if no one's doing anything for the rest of the trip, we'll, for the sake of expedience, say that you see in the distance the ports of Skjaldarvik. This is by far the largest port you have seen since leaving Merca. This is by far, as you get closer, the largest city you've seen, excluding Nidaral. Those of you from smaller towns are blown away by the sheer size of this place. You maneuver the boat through various canals of piers and docks, maneuvering into a vacant slot, and you see this rather rotund tabaxi man kind of strut up to you. Hello there. How are we doing?
I feel like shit.
It has been like.
It's been
days.
a while. You're good.
We're
I'm
doing
assuming long. I'm
I
assuming
will
long
also
rest.
like have
Yes.
my cloak up and the hood up on that as well.
Yep.
Can I assume a long rest has been had?
Yes, you can.
If you need one.
Yeah, I do.
So this is a fine-looking ship you got here. What's her name?
Do I say the full name or just the nickname we call it?
Because this is
Yeah,
legal
I think so.
documentation, I need the full name.
Terrence's Tempest.
Alright, he scribbles it down on a clipboard. Alright, and what's your duration of stay?
I turned, well...
If
yeah,
it's
how long-
unknown, that is completely fine. There'll just be a daily charge.
Yeah, it's unknown how long we'll be staying here, so...
Alright, he ticks a box. Now, here for business, pleasure, what's your purpose being in Skjaldarvik here?
Business. It would be under, I believe.
Vengeance.
I'll file that under business, and he ticks off another checkbox. Any crew or any items to declare? Any contraband I need to know about, or rather not know about?
What does contraband? What contraband class
Yeah.
has?
Yeah, what would you class contraband as?
Is it illicit trade?
If there's anything on there you don't think an official of the city should see, I suggest you either get rid of it or use it now.
Me personally, I don't have anything. I'm not sure about anyone else.
I mean,
Bruh, did we use all of it?
Hell no. I've got like crates upon crates of stuff. No, but it's all separated and all like individualized. It's not, nothing is mixed outside of what I mixed the other day.
I am going to pretend to have not heard that and say that there is no contraband aboard this ship. Alrighty, and will you be needing places to stay?
yeah.
I think I know somewhere we can go.
Alrighty then. Ticks off another box. Now, in terms of fees, for first point of day, we got the docking fee itself. No contraband, nothing to declare. That'll be a total of 50 gold. Unless you can persuade me otherwise.
Leviathan.
How do you persuade you
You
to
see
make it
him
lower?
pause. Look at you, Tarvus. I'm sorry, could you please repeat that?
I said Leviathan.
And as
What
much
does
as
that
you
mean?
could see a tabaxi go pale, he goes white as a sheet. You see a look of terror in his eyes. Free docking for you. Stay in port as long as you need. No charge. I'm sorry, I didn't realise. You're more than welcome to stay here, sir. And like he gives a really awkward bow. It looks like he's kind of unsure what to do with himself.
What just happened? What just happened?
I'll explain
Yes,
later.
Alona.
How was you imagine?
Again, I'll explain once we're behind closed doors.
Alona, you said a place we could stay.
I mean, I just kind of figured we wanted not very many people knowing where we were.
Oh, okay.
But I have a way with people. I don't know. Just, I seem to talk my way into places.
Right.
As a local, I have one recommendation. The Starlight Tavern tends to
Starlight?
have, yes, tends to have a lot of passes through come stay in it, and not likely to have too many unwanted ears in there.
Well, we should go. I don't know about any of you, but I want to sleep on a bed that doesn't sway.
Let's
go
go.
then.
Sorry, what? Yeah.
Tarvus,
I
you
get that.
lead the party through the winding streets of this city. Contrary to many of the cities you've previously been, the buildings here are all 2, 3, 4 stories tall, massive in scale. There's banners strung from building to building. There are flyers everywhere, people bustling, street buskers, people hawking their wares here and there. And curiously, you see some flyers with a face you recognize, and they read Blood Match, Ivor Stoneskin, Warrior King of Fjertind, and Challenger Farsil Bloodfist, Scourge of the Coast. Flying
The
around.
guy. It's the guy we were talking about.
Yeah, well, he said he was going for the king, so makes sense he would be here.
Of course
This
he would.
means that Celadrin can finish his contract and then he can have honor with his family again.
Yeah, we can definitely try, but it would seem we need to, if he doesn't die to the king first. So we either need to kill him before the king, or
We either need to kill him
after.
before the king kills him, or we have to kill him when he is the king.
Yeah, let's do it
Alright,
before. I don't feel like fighting an entire country just for the fun of it.
if you,
Unless the sense of adventure, so.
oh, let's get to the tavern first before we do too much. And as I lead ahead, this is probably the fastest you've seen like Tarvus like duck through a crowd. And he's
I
got
catch
the
up
hood up
to him?
as much as he can to try not be seen.
Can
At
I
least-
catch up to him and link my arm with his and say, I think, look, I realize that it's probably not great for you here, but we can pretend that we're just two common people walking through the city, and then no one will be looking because everyone will be looking at my beautiful moisturized horns.
Lord, the
Just
less
keep your
time we-
hood on, and then I'll keep mine down, and then people will look at me and just think that there's two people walking arm in arm around the city.
Okay. We still need to go quickly. It's
Don't
not
have to tell
safe.
me twice.
After about
Okay.
another 20-30 minutes of walking, you come to a rather large building. It is 5 stories tall. And outside there's this wooden sign hanging down in the shape of a dragon, painted with all sorts of colours. There's golds, blues, reds, pinks, oranges. It is a kaleidoscope of colour. Coincidentally, also somewhat looking like a nebula. And hanging underneath that is another sign that says the Starlight Tavern.
This is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen.
It's named after a folk legend
What's
a
the
dragon.
legend?
Of a dragon
Colourful.
that's said to take up the entire night sky, and even have the patterns of the stars as its wings.
Be a sick dragon.
We
I
should
don't-
totally keep that dragon.
From a world building thing, it actually does exist.
Yes, this dragon exists in world.
I have made the stat blocks for it.
If I was
should
going
tell.
to lie underneath the stars and it happened to be this dragon, I would be okay with it.
Yes, but no one's, according to the legend, no one's actually seen it in countless years, so...
If you're that beautiful, maybe you just don't want people gawking at you all the time.
Probably, or if something that rare would probably be considered quite valuable.
Isn't it beautiful? Look at it. How do they do that?
I think it's stained glass.
Wow. I could stare at it all day.
We need to get inside.
Right, sorry.
Going inside this tavern, the ground floor is completely packed, full of people having their midday meals. You see servers running back and forth, carrying plates full of delicious-looking foods. Other servers with arms full of tankards of various drinks. You look towards the center of the room, you see a ascending staircase with people coming up and down, servers also rushing up and down. On this floor you don't see any bar itself, so you ascend the staircase. You see half of this room is dedicated to this massive bar. There are about 10 bartenders behind the counter there, all of them wearing black and gold, except for one man who's wearing a white shirt with a gold stripe from right shoulder to left hip. He's got shortish black hair, dark purple eyes, he's kind of slender, a human male he looks to be, and he's barking orders left, right, not in a cruel way, but in a things need to be getting done really quickly. And he sees your party arrive. How many are in your table?
Be
9,
9.
Chef.
9. We've got a space. Next floor up, 3 benches to the right. You'll see it.
Thanks, Chef.
He gives a nod of appreciation at the title.
I'll just start walking us up.
This place
I'll
is
be.
incredible. Look, I love parents, but this place is crazy.
Well, with
Better.
Terrence's new hands, surely he'd be able to make something like this.
I mean,
You mean legs?
legs.
Yeah, his new legs.
There's people
Thanks
here.
for the reminder.
Alright, you take your place at the described table, and no more than 5 minutes after you've sat down, a server wearing the same black and gold comes up to you. She's maybe 5'6" in height. This petite woman with short brown hair and sort of blackish gold eyes comes to your table. Hello, and what can I get for you?
We'll have the house special for 8 of us, and then something vegetarian for our last member.
Alrighty then. And scribbles down on a notepad. Alright, and any drinks with that?
Can I get
Something strong.
Something strong? Yep. How about I get a round of something strong for everyone?
Do you have like a drink that's like sparkly like the night sky?
Absolutely we do.
You do? Oh my god, this place keeps getting better and better.
We call it...
Hi, I'm Ilona.
Hello, my name is Madison. I'll get you what we call the Phase Dream.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
can I grab one of those too?
Absolutely. Any other takers for Phase Dream?
no,
Come on,
Why
Tarvus.
not?
I'll be good with
So that's
Sure, I'll take
I
one.
guess I'm getting 2 drinks.
5. Alright, I will be right back with your drinks, and we'll get your food to you as soon as we possibly can. You guys have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll be right back with you. And she darts off. No more than 10 minutes later, she's coming back with all of your drinks in tow. Yes, I'm talking like 13, 14 drinks. Lays them all down on the table. The Phase Dream is this swirling cocktail of aquamarines and teals and blues that sparkles and almost has this unique texture to the look of it. It is swirling with power. You take a sniff and it smells delightfully fruity. You take a sip and it is delicious. Think of the most delicious fruit smoothie you've ever had in your life. Add into that all sorts of alcohols and it is gorgeous. For those who wanted something stronger, she brings back various forms of whiskies, all in different flavors, and describes the flavor notes of each to each of you, and you distribute amongst yourselves which ones you want to drink, and she darts away again. About 2 minutes after that, 3 servers come up, plates piled high with food, and distribute out to each of you, and it's full of meats, salads, chips. Like, it is phenomenal food.
What's a chip?
A chip is it's kind of like a potato that they put in oil and they fry it. Depending on the crispiness, kind of changes the name. Some people call them fries or chips, or wedges. You can have a wedge, which is a bit of a thicker one, which isn't fried as well. These are definitely chips. So these are just nice and crisp, and you normally get salt on them, and you kind of choose which type of salt you get. Also comes with sauces sometimes.
There's more than one type of salt? That's a first. Oh well.
Oh, there's so many.
Wow.
I just know of different types of salt from basic alchemy.
Yeah.
Learn
You've got iodine salt, traditional salt, sea salt, Himalayan pink. You can get different flavorings of salts. So sometimes you leave them in certain like oils and stuff. It gets a certain flavor. Yeah, you got quite a lot of options.
Ew. Well, this food looks and smells delicious. I'm happy to dig in.
I guess we're all eating.
I think so.
Alright. As you're eating, two figures come up the stairs, and they are gorgeous, long, flowing, golden hair. They look like they have rather large brown feathered wings protruding from their backs, wearing all white, golden eyes. And they seem to lay eyes on Tarvus.
Have I noticed them? Or
That's an excellent question. Roll a perception check, Tarvus.
Can I give him advantages if I'm looking around the restaurant?
14.
14's enough. 14's enough. Tarvus, you look up and see them and you kind of groan inwardly.
Oh no.
They
I
walk
look at them.
over to the table. Oh, hello, Tarvus.
Hello, I'm Ilona.
Oh, hello, Ilona. So lovely to meet you. And one of them grabs your hand and kisses your hand.
Wow, friendly.
Oh, very much so. It is in our job to do such formalities. Tarvus, why don't you introduce your friends to us? It is only polite.
I'll go around and introduce each member of the group.
Oh, hello. My name is Hans, and this here is my twin, Franz. And you see Franz give a little wave to Darren.
Can I borrow Where do you get your outfits from?
Oh, we've had these things for I don't even know how long. It has been quite a while.
And what are you two doing here?
Oh, you know, Tarvus, business, always business.
Business or personal business?
Why can't it be both?
You know what I mean.
Fine,
lawyers?
if you're not going to play, we're here on proper business. Although it will take a bit of a personal nature, if you know what I mean.
Nice.
What business do you have?
Oh, darling, we're escorts.
Escorts, like. Oh.
They sleep with people for money.
That means they go sleepy dippy on a.
Prostitute.
Well,
Okay,
prostitute is
well,
a
that
bit
is-
of
that
a
is I'm-
low word for what we do. We are professionals, darling.
Bart's just gonna sit there with a slack jaw after hearing 4 of his closest party members go explain what an escort is.
I'm just.
I
How
hold
did
his-
you know that?
I gotta hold his jaw back up.
The Jotun brothers would employ them to get information out of people.
And we are very good at our job. Wouldn't you agree, Tarvus?
They did it to you?
No,
Oh, no, he wishes, darling. He wishes he got the privilege.
Oh, oh.
Well, I think this is where I'm going to cut myself off. I'm going to go and ask about a room. Have a good night, you two.
Of course, darling. We'll see you later. And they
Wait,
walk
Elena's
away.
already paid for them to hang out with her? What?
Yeah, Alona's gone off to find whoever she can talk to about a room.
Yeah.
so, like
and
rooms for the party. for the
the
night.
twins also have walked away at this point. Yes, Alona, you walk back down the stairs to the bar area, and you see the man in the white with gold shirt. He comes up to the counter. Let me guess, you're inquiring about rooms.
I am Milana. Nice to meet you.
My name is Matthias. The This is my establishment. You're looking for rooms. I believe you said it was a party of 9. Am I right?
Yep.
All right. So, top floor, we've got the 2 corner rooms. They are very much more than what you'd need for 9 people, though I happen to notice that it was majority male party. Would you like your own separate room?
Oh, that would be great. Do you have any like moon-themed rooms? Cause like Starlight Moon, similar thing.
My dear, all of our rooms are moon-themed.
You're joking, right?
Orison, he's my guy!
Orbison's your guy. He's my guy.
Of course, I have to pay my respects to Limelight, after all. I am a bard, god of performance, but Orbison, oh, the style!
Right? He is so fun. Every night, like, I always talk to him, and he's so interesting. He has so many interesting stories and wisdom, and he's always like, Ilona, everything will be okay. And I'm like, thank you, Orbison. That's very friendly.
Wait, he actually speaks back to you?
Is that not normal?
No. I've only ever heard his voice once, and that was life-changing.
Really?
Yeah.
I talk to him all the time, like, every day.
Whoa, you must be really important. How about I give you that 3rd room at no extra charge because you just seem like the best.
Thank you so much, Matthias. It is so nice of you. I freaking love it here, except for those other 2.
Let me guess, the twins are here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's nothing illegal about what they do, so I can't bar them from my bar. But we never let them order rooms. So you have no problem with them overnight.
You don't happen to know if Skjaldarvik has a temple for Orbison here?
Yes, absolutely. Church of the Celestial One. You'll find it 7 streets down to the east over that way, and another 4 streets north. You can't miss it. It's this giant cathedral.
Wow, I've never been to an Orbison church before.
Then you're in for a real treat. Now,
I'm so excited. This has been such a good conversation.
Absolutely. And will you be dining here tonight as well for dinner?
I assume so.
All right, we'll wrap that all up in cost for the room and your meals today. Party of 9, grabbing all. And he starts like listing off like the sorts of things you've ordered and thinking, oh yeah, you'll probably be ordering this for dinner. And he gives you a basic price of 7 gold.
Let me round up to 10 as a tip.
You are just so cool. Here are
And
your
for Madeline
keys.
too, our server.
Of course, I'll split that with her. She'll get the majority of that. I love paying my staff. Here you go. There are the keys. You'll see which rooms are yours.
They have little on them.
Of course.
This is so cute. I freaking love it here, man.
Oh,
Okay, bye-bye.
you have a great rest of your day. And hey, stop by that church.
I will.
Fantastic. And he goes back
She
to
heads
work.
back up. I've got rooms. And I throw the 2 of the keys.
Just yeets them.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm beat. So I'm going to go upstairs for a little bit and lie down.
You know what? That's fair.
I think that's a good plan, honestly. We've been, on the shit the last 7 days. I think it's time for us to have a bit of a break.
At least for the night.
Yeah. We can go see the nightlife, though.
Sorry?
We can go see the nightlife.
I mean,
Maybe
That's
tomorrow. I'm beat.
Yeah.
I just want to check out all the chefs around town, see if there's anyone I can come hang out with for a bit. Learn something new.
I'll come with you.
Like-
Why not?
I'll come with
I'm
as well.
also gonna go hit the hay.
Alright, you go up 2 floors, you find the rooms that were described. The hallways are beautiful, lush, deep blue carpeting with specks of white. It's almost as if you're walking across the Milky Way itself, with rich mahogany doors to your sides as you walk through the corridors. You find your rooms, and each of you open the doors to find this beautiful room. Simple in design, with the same carpeting throughout. The walls painted in a rich purple gradient to deep blue. The ceiling, when you look up, is covered in a mural of the night sky, with the moon taking prominence above the four-poster beds. Each of the rooms has its own little balcony looking out into the street. And as you turn on the lights, you see that they spread images in shadow across the room of galaxies and nebulas. It's very on theme. As
That's
you
pretty cool.
lie down to rest, the bed is not too hard, not too soft. It is supremely comfortable. The pillows are luxurious. The blankets, you'd expect them to be rough and warm, giving the climate of the continent you're on, but it's almost like they're made of either really high quality cotton or even fine silks. The doonas are so warm and luxurious that even if you're just going to lay down for 5 minutes, it feels like you could sleep forever. It is easily the most comfortable place you've slept since coming to this continent.
So, how many rooms do we have? Is it one each? Or
3 rooms.
3 rooms?
Each room, well, the ones for the guys, they have 4 poster beds each. The one that Alona has is a single person room with a 4 poster bed.
Living big.
Your room is actually on the corner, Alona, so you have a bit of an extended balcony going around the side of the building.
Damn, this place is so nice.
Certainly nicer than any barracks I've ever slept in.
I'll admit it. This is nicer than Terrence's establishment.
Look, it sucks to admit it, but it does. It is just, man.
We
Just
still
wait
like
for
Terrence.
the organized.
We still like Terrence. But
We love Terrence. Terrence is
This
our
is just-
favorite.
this is just so much more vast. And obviously
Oh,
there's
wait.
a lot more money coming in.
We could get Alona to like message back to him to say how good it is and maybe some suggestions for his next upgrade. He could make his like lightning and thunder theme.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
We can talk with Alona about that later.
Or ice themed. Or fighters. You can make it like adventuring, and each room's like a different kind of adventurer. And his food could all be like campfire meals, so it's like nice and homely and stuff, but it keeps the kitchen small.
I thought you guys went out to, like, hit the town.
Oh, well, it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't think anything's going to be open yet.
In a city this big, I thought nothing would ever close.
I thought it was already nighttime.
No, it's the middle of the day.
Yeah. Yeah. We've just had lunch.
Alona's just gonna have a nap.
DM, if possible, can I head back to the ship, grab like the scales from the sea dragons we killed, and just try and sell them in the city somewhere?
Sure. Just roll a d20 for me.
Sure. That's not that good. It's 9.
It's 9. It takes you about 45 minutes to find a place that's not completely overrun with other vendors selling off their wares. You present the scales, and it takes a while, but eventually a few interested parties come up and they're like, is this real sea dragon scale?
Yeah, killed it ourselves a few days ago.
Whoa. I'll give you and he produces 3 silver. 3 silver for a single scale.
Okay, do I have any knowledge about how much these scales are worth? Like, do I know anything? Or is this guy, like, scamming me or something? Like...
Based on your background and all of that sort of thing, you would know that this is actually a really high offer. These sort of scales from when you were around previously were a lot more common, a lot more sea dragons were being killed. This sort of thing seems to be a rarity now.
Okay, yeah, sounds like a good deal. I sell it to the guy, if he can pay for as many as he can pay for.
He buys 2 and is like, I wish I could buy more, but it's all I've got.
No, it's all good. Spread the word around if you know anyone else who needs them.
Of course. I'll be right back. I've got a friend over in the docks district. He loves this sort of thing. I'll be right back. And he disappears for 10 minutes, comes back with this big burly figure. He's like, you sell?
Yeah.
I buy. And he pulls out his coin purse. How many for 10 gold?
How much is 10 gold and silver?
So 10 silver is 1 gold.
Ah, okay. So like 30, something like that, or 35, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that, but
give me 1 moment.
30 sounds right.
my
for
math
10
is not
gold.
that good, to be honest.
30 for 10 gold sounds right.
So it's something
You got
like that.
3 silver.
I'll give him 35 because I'm feeling nice, and I feel like it's probably higher than 30.
You were good. And he gives you a pat on the shoulder as he hands over the money and takes the scales off your hands.
Yeah. I have another question. How many scales do I have left? I don't actually know how many we got off of the sea creature.
We'll say you got
how many do I have?
We'll say you got about 100 or so.
Okay. Cool. Is there anyone else who wants them? Is anyone else going to come up, or is this done?
You see these 2 children. One's got this shock of curly red hair, and looks like he's come along with his older sister, who looks to be about 7 or so, and they walk up to you. They're wearing very simple clothes, and whoa, those are so cool.
Cool. Who are you?
Can we have one?
Can you pay for them?
Maybe. And she looks through her bag. I've got 2 silver.
Yeah. You can have one of them.
You see both of their faces just light up in joy as you hand them the scale and they hand you the money. And they dash excitedly back into the streets, holding up their prize and laughing and chatting excitedly.
Cool.
We'll say you do manage to sell off the rest.
Cool.
We'll say it's 3 silver apiece for the rest of them. I believe.
Yeah, so I'll just add 300 silver or something. Just leave it at that.
Something like that.
Cool. Appreciate it. And after that, I'm just gonna head back to the tavern.
Sure.
Alerna, after her nap, head to the church, the celestial one.
Yeah, absolutely. You go to the place that Matthias has described, and it's this beautiful Gothic-style cathedral, and covered in crescent moon ornamentation. It's got these massive tapestries that hang from the tops, and it's this beautifully decorated silver and navy symbology of Orbison. You walk through the large wooden doors, and you're greeted by this short little man. He's slightly balding on top. He's wearing deep blue robes. Excuse me, miss. Can I help you?
Hey, I'm Ilana.
Hello, I am Brother Fezzik. And he gives you a bit of a bow.
I don't know, I guess I'm a follower of Orbison?
That is wonderful. Are you here to pay respects?
Sure, I mean, I've never been to a church for him before.
Welcome to the largest church of the Celestial One in Fjertind. I would be happy to be your guide.
That would be great.
And he takes you on this tour of the building. It is gorgeous, entirely made of stone. There's beautiful stained glass windows all around, lots of iconography towards Orbison. It's odd, they seem to be a bit fanatical, but at the same time completely reserved, completely unlike the Orbison you know. It's almost like they don't quite understand him the way you do.
Brother Fezzik, what type of, things do you do to worship Orbison?
We clear our minds of any frivolous thoughts. After all, he is serene. And he gestures to this beautiful fountain-looking structure in the center of the church, and it's got a statue of Orbison, though he seems to be slightly more muscular than you envisioned, and not holding his crescent moons, but rather holding two straight swords. Instead of the long hair you know, it's closely cropped to his head, and instead of that warm smile you know, his mouth is in a straight line. The fountain itself is not going, and the water is completely still.
Is this an old statue?
We created this statue not but 10 years ago.
Oh, well, you might need an update.
By what do you mean?
Well, it doesn't really look like him, and he's not even holding the right weapons, and his mouth, he looks almost disinterested.
My dear, are you sure you worship Orbison and not some other frivolous god?
No, Orbison is incredible. I talk to him every day.
You must be mistaken. Orbison never responds.
That's silly. I literally speak to him every single day. I'm confused. If you follow him, why doesn't he speak to you?
And he looks almost taken aback at that question, like, if he responds to you, what does he say?
Oh, well, it depends on what we're talking about, I guess. Sometimes I just tell him about everything that's going on, and he acts almost like a father and just listens and then gives advice every so often. Or sometimes I'll be like, hey, can you help me out with this thing? And then he, shares his wisdom and is very like, you do this. And then when I'm angry, he reminds me that it's okay to feel angry sometimes because the moon has a dark side.
But His Holiness is so bright.
Of course. But you can't have bright without a little shadow, right?
I must consult with the other brothers on this. This is most troubling.
Do you not have sisters?
We do. They are in another sect.
Oh. Strange. Anyway, with the statue, he doesn't have short hair, he has longer hair, he's almost always smiling, very warm and very like greeting, and then his weapons are actually crescent blades.
This is in contrarian to our teachings. We must investigate this further. We must consult the old texts. And he kind of shuffles off away from you.
Oh, I guess that's the tour over. Okay. Are there any other people in the room?
There's 3 or 4 of them. They're all just kind of sitting, kneeling, looking up at this altar, seem to be deep in meditation.
Can I go up and say, "Hi, I'm Ilona."
It's almost in unison. They all just go, shh! And go back to their meditations.
Sorry to interrupt, but I have a few questions about Orbison, and I know he's like your favorite guy, so...
One sort of taller blonde man, he opens his eyes and looks at you. My dear, we are trying to meditate, as is his way. What questions do you have?
Why do you meditate?
He is serene. He is the untroubled lake. He is the celestial one. He is untouchable. We must
He's also
strive
passionate.
to be like him. Passionate, my dear, I think you have the wrong god. If you're looking for passion, try Pretoria, try Typhoon. Heck, even try Fratus if you're into that sort of frivolous thing.
Place is so strange. He is nothing like all of you are describing.
Right, like you've met him.
I beg to differ. I talk to him every day, which apparently isn't common.
He doesn't communicate with us mortals. He's
I could talk
he's
to him
beyond
right
us.
now.
Well, do it, I guess.
She gets on her knees. Moonfather, aid me, cure me. I want to show these people that you are not this strange, unmoving, bored-like, boring person. And you're interesting and fun.
Make a perception check.
A 17.
Alright. You feel the gust of wind as you sense a presence behind you. Almost as though he's stepped out of thin air, Orbison himself in his resplendent glory steps into existence. Alone, my
Yo, guys.
dear, it's so good to see you.
Okay, this is crazy. This has never happened before.
And looking at him, you see he's half paper white, half as black as the night sky. His suit reflects the night sky, and when he moves, it moves as though you're looking into the space beyond him. His eyes, one on his left side, it is black in contrast to the white side. On his right, it is white in contrast to the blackness. The 2 crescent moon blades appearing over his shoulders. He smiles warmly at you. These people cannot see me the way you do. They don't believe.
Understand. But they've devoted their whole life to it.
They have. But it's misguided. I've done what I could to set them on the right path, but it's been woefully misconstrued. They don't think I am what I am.
Does that happen? I don't understand. If they're talking to you, shouldn't they betray you, correct?
They're talking, but because they don't have the correct image of me in their minds, that talking gets left to the wayside. I am still worshipped, so I maintain my power. Yes, this is true. But their prayers don't often reach me. I respond to what I can, which is why your friend Matthias has heard me on occasion, and I have guided his actions in ways that he cannot fully comprehend. Why do you think his tavern is the most successful in the Docklands district? Why do you think it's moon-themed? My presence is felt.
I don't want to just leave these people without knowing who you really are, but seems like they just want to meditate. I've never meditated. I only pray, because that's how you communicate, I guess.
You should try meditation, it's quite relaxing.
Boring, though. I have so much to do all the time, and like, if I meditate, then I don't know. It's just like more time I have to spend, and I'd rather just talk to you.
And you're doing alright? You haven't been quite as chatty recently.
You know, it's just, it's hard to pray on a boat.
He's got this
I'm scared of krakens.
He's got this knowing look in his eye. I completely understand. I will bestow upon you something to show these people that you do indeed talk to me and that you're not crazy. What should I do? I've got it. And he clicks his fingers, and your eyes start glowing with white light, as do your horns, and various pieces of your clothing that are metallic in nature. They just start to glow.
A moonstone choker as well?
Yes, that starts to glow.
Yeah.
Various stones on your rings start glowing. And he looks at you and says, you know, there's a reason it's called the Starlight Tavern.
Why is that?
Because my dearest and oldest friend, and my oldest companion, well, excluding the gods, of course, is a Starlight Dragon. And with that, he vanishes.
It's real! I open my eyes. Did you guys see that?
See what? And then he kind of blinks and, wait a minute, you're glowing. So he was here, he spoke to you.
Of course, I told you he would.
You see this look of, I've been doing this all wrong in his eyes, and he's just kind of sitting there dumbfounded.
No, don't freak out. Here, you've already got half of it down. You already understand the serenity of the moon, but now you have to learn about the dark side of the moon. You can have serenity, but you can also have passion. What is something you absolutely love to do, but you haven't let yourself because of this whole, I have to be serene, I cannot feel anything, let me just sit here and meditate for hours on end.
I love dancing.
Go and dance under the moonlight. That is the most Orbison thing you could possibly do.
I will do it tonight.
You should. Good job. We're learning. Yay.
And you see that this has sort of a ripple effect with the others that are sitting around here. And out of the corner of your eye, you see the brothers marching towards you. All right, my dear, Fezzik says as he approaches you. I think you've disturbed the peace enough for today. I think it is time for you to make your exit.
I showed them. Tell them. Tell him I showed you.
It's true. Orbison himself came down and blessed her, and she's taught me the ways. All right, that's enough. Everybody out. And Fezzik kicks all of you out and closes the doors. And don't come back.
Oh, okay. Wow, I was really expecting that to go more positively. Huh. Well, I guess like the moon, I am destined to be alone. That was very wise of me. You'd like that, Orbison. And then I'm gonna head back to the Starlight Tavern.
Sure. Steve, you messaged me with something you wanted to do.
Sorry, just making sure I'm back on.
Yep.
Yeah, if it's alright, doing a bit of a explore around, not being in a big city like this ever before. I'd like to just light up a herbal smoke. No extra stuff, no anything added for it, and just go for a walk around, like just do a perimeter check, do a general squiz around, seeing like the ins, the outs, the flow of the people, the where are they stopping, where are they not. Like I just want to go for a bit of a walk and mingle
Sure.
around, see the sights.
Would you say Umbra looks for the best in people or looks for the worst?
I'd say a bit of both.
All right.
So seeing,
as you're walking around, you gain an appreciation for the city. You see mixtures of things occurring. You see a man proposing to his wife over there, two women walking side by side, hand in hand over there, bards performing in the streets. But when you look into the alleyways, you see various coins being exchanged, side deals going on. You see a trickle of dark liquid flowing out of the darkness of an alleyway into the gutter, into the sewer. This city has its beautiful side. Yes, it does. But it has its ugly side. The ugly side that is hidden below the surface, in the dark corners where it's not seen. Outwardly, this city is gorgeous. Internally, there is something rotten here.
would I get a feel for where that would be, those rotten like feelings are centraled? Just like as a general walk around the district, I'm not straying too far, but do I get a feel for the flow of traffic? Do I see anything that would stick out to me as that center or that extra?
Walking probably about another 20 or so minutes away from where you're staying, it feels like this rot. And it's almost like an extrasensory thing that you're able to sense this. It feels like it's coming from the direction of this, what looks to be abandoned tavern. But there seems to be no one there. So why would it be coming from there?
I'll have my hood up and everything throughout the entire bit of pass without trace action.
Sure.
Just I'm not doing it anything overly. What's the right word for it? Overly suspicious, but I'm just doing a walk by, like that, get a feel for area, and I'll make it as if I'm circling around to go back to the thing as if I've forgotten something.
All right. Make a perception check for me.
So, 25.
When you get closer to this building, and you have to get very close for this, you see that the guise of it being empty is all a front. As you step up to within a foot of the window, you see a little crack of light, and as you look closer still, you see that these are painted wooden scenery, if you will, set about 2 to 3 feet behind the windows to give the illusion of depth. there's definitely something going on inside there. But nothing that the general passerby would notice.
I'll clock the place, and as I'm doing my bit of a walk back, just make a note of the route, and can I just do a look around and see if there's anyone, like, obviously out of the ordinary, or since I've got a feel for this at the main spot of rot, is there any, like, lookouts would be the way to go, or anyone who seems to be just mingling around for the sake of mingling?
Okay, I'll get you to roll another perception check because you're looking for something different. 27
for 27.
Oh, nat 20. Yeah, there's definitely people moving in ways they shouldn't be moving here. From what you can tell and from what you can see with your current direction of walking, you look around and you see 1, 2, 3, 7, 10, 13. There is so many people keeping a careful eye out. There's a minimum of 15 watching everyone walking to and from. You turn around and you see 2 larger figures, almost looking like they're following you, but as soon as you look around to them, they split and gain cover in the crowd. You are being watched at all times in the vicinity of this building.
Really noted. I'll make a way back to the tavern, just having a look around. If I can, I'll see if I can stop by any of, like, the street vendors or anything on the way back, just to get a bit of location for any local libraries, any good, like, I can't think of the word for it, but reputable apothecaries, any general goods stores, like, just get a good scope of if we need anything, because we'll be staying here for a while, like, just the general lay of land, any good spots on top of like that people consider safe, being with the idea of the rot and everything.
Yeah. You come across this vendor. He's about 5'10" or so fairly average height. Some sort of a bit of a more muscular build, but not super heavily muscled. And he introduces himself as Findle. And so over there, you'll be looking at the town library. It's about 4 blocks that way. You'll see it. It's got a big old sign on the front saying library. If you're looking for an apothecary, I recommend... let me have a think. Who hasn't swindled me? You'd be looking for... Oh yeah, you'd be looking for Ramsey. He's a Dragonborn fella, like yourself. 3 streets over to the right over there. 4 streets back. You'll see a blue sign on the door. It's Winterthorn's Apothecary. You probably can't miss it, but it should be over that way. And he gives you like other various descriptors so that you know where to go.
I tip him a gold piece, and
Much obliged. Tarvus, you messaged you wanted to do something?
Yes. Tarvus will disappear throughout the day. Do I need to roll for what I wanted to do, or?
I mean, first of all, is anyone checking in on Tarvus to see if he's going anywhere, or are they just kind of leaving him to his own devices?
I think
Is he leaving sneakily?
Probably would be, yeah.
In that case,
I would.
Do I catch Tarvus when I come back
It's
from
not
the
a-
setting?
It's not a hard thing to beat.
if you want to be looking out for Tarvus, roll perception.
Okay.
To be fair, I can't. As long as I don't roll a 1, I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, no, that's 5.
Celadrin, you completely miss him. It's like you must have passed along the road. Varith and Umbra Umbra, you're returning to the tavern as Tarvus is leaving you. You see him, you wave at him, he doesn't respond, you just kind of shrug to yourself like, oh yeah, it's just Tarvus. Varith, you also see him leaving, though from the rooms.
Can I sneakily follow?
Roll stealth, Tarvus, roll perception.
Let's go.
Varith, you're
Physically
able...
cannot.
Varith, you're able to easily follow Tarvus. Tarvus, you do not see the figure in green cloak following you. Too many people in the crowd.
There's a weird amount of people with green cloaks on today.
Oh yeah.
Good city. Good city.
It could be funny. Xander following Tarvus.
Is he going near the Church of the Celestial One?
No, probably not. Well, if I do at that point, you probably wouldn't see me, because Tarvus is going into the sewers, under the streets.
Gross.
I've been through worse. This will be easy.
Yeah, so finding the sewer entrance, you go and find your old haunts. Everything seems to be exactly how you left it all those months ago.
Alright, so it doesn't look like other Jotun brothers have come through and used it too much, or at all.
There's no real indicator of whether or not they would have. It seems to be in the same condition as it ever was.
Which doesn't say much, because it is the sewers.
Exactly.
Well, that will take me like a few hours to do,
They will.
so... yeah. That'll probably be the rest of Tarvus' afternoon.
Fair enough. Xander, are you doing anything?
I had lunch, I went to bed, and as soon as I hit the bed, I was out cold, and I don't wake up till the next morning.
Fair enough. Zoldan.
Nothing particular. That's what I want to do. Hey, Saldrin. Please don't tell me you're trying to rob these people like you did the last two boatmasters.
I did no such thing, and no, I'm not gonna rob these people.
Sure, buddy.
Very condescending.
No,
Sure.
I guarantee I'm not trying to rob anyone.
You swear on your contract with us?
Ooh.
Okay, who are these people? Because I feel like if we run into a certain criminal organization, I should be able to rob them blind.
These people seem like fairly good, well-mannered, generally innocent business people. But I feel like Umbra coming back last night found something that you could steal from if you want to scratch that itch.
Yeah, also, as far as I remember, my contract only extends to Umbra and Ilona. I do not answer to you.
Touche, touche.
Fight.
Doesn't mean that.
Anyway, I'm gonna turn around and go back to my room, being like, but I do swear I will not rob these people.
How dare you for making such a fucking assumption?
What can I say? He's done it at the last two boatmasters.
What?
Made this-
He doesn't get nothing.
You know about
He hasn't
that.
seen anything. He hasn't
Yeah,
seen
actually, Zoldan doesn't know about that.
The only ones who know about the robberies are me, Ilona, and Varith, as far as I know.
I know about them.
The Phantom Warriors
Oh,
knew
so-
about them before you killed them.
Well, yeah, but they're dead, and dead people don't talk. So,
Well...
okay, did
I don't know
anyone
what
care to
to-
speak on the dead and ask about the robberies by any chance?
Dead men speak no tales.
I call the victim to the stand.
Alright, Zoldan, did you want to do anything else?
Nah, I'm good.
Darren!
Well, he's too drunk and passed out to do anything, so he just collapses.
Does that mean
Sleep.
it's dinner time?
Yeah, we'll make it round to dinner time at this point in time.
Immediately upon getting back, I'll use prestidigitation to clean myself, but still hit the bath anyway.
That's fair.
Barrett's walking in just covered in shit. And he just sees Tarvus do prestidigitation on himself, and he's like, ah, damn.
You guys hear knocking on your room door. Guys, I have something crazy to tell you before dinner.
Please, Vareth.
Barrett walks up covered in shit. T-poses. He's just like, oh no, I'm dirty, please move.
Where have you been?
Nowhere, doing nothing.
Back here, mister.
No, trust
Where
me,
are you?
I was... How close is Tarvus to this conversation?
Dude, I'm already at the bar.
Yeah, he's already gone.
Whatever that is.
He's just gonna whisper, I was just following Tarvus through the city. He was trying to be like super sneaky.
Where did you go that you got covered in shit? The sewer?
But I don't know what a sewer is, but like, we went into like this metal plate thing that was on the floor, and we went underneath it, and there was just like all this shit. There was so much shit down there.
Tom's
He
king
went
cannot
to the
clean
sewer.
deadlift the sewer manhole cover.
Oh yeah, man.
And strong.
He just
One
picked it
second,
up with like
sorry.
one arm and threw it, and I was just like, oh cool, I can just follow right off.
It's really strange. She's gonna storm to the bathroom door and just start banging on it.
No, Alana, that's the male's toilet. You can't go in there.
Yeah, 1 second. Tarvus, I know you're in there.
No, Alana, you're gonna get me in trouble.
No, I won't say anything. Tarvus!
Some swearing and primordial will be heard. We're not expecting to have someone bashing on the door.
Tarvus, don't open the door.
I'm going to open the door.
Don't open the door, she's doing womanly things.
I'm not doing womanly things, Gareth. Shut up.
No one's explained what it is yet.
Open the door, Tarvus.
I don't have any clothes on alone.
I will cover my eyes.
Tarvus will, I guess, wrap a towel.
Yeah, it's also of a very high standard, also in the same, like, dark blue.
I open the door. What were you doing in the sewers?
What are you talking about?
Zareth and you went to the sewers?
No, we didn't. No, it wasn't.
No.
Tarvus, can you clean me off, please?
What do you mean,
I'm
Varys
covered in
went
shit
to the
now.
sewers? I'll just quickly press the digitation.
Thank you.
You guys went into the sewers.
Oh my god, no, Elena. I was rolling around in a piece of pile of poop or something.
She instantly threw you under the boss pod.
Fine. I'm not.
No way back.
What do you mean? What do you mean Varys was in the sewers?
Vareth and you in the sewers, rolling around in shit apparently.
Look, I didn't know Varys was.
I thought we were trying to be careful. I thought we were trying to avoid them, the Jotun brothers as a team, but you went off. You could have got killed.
I thought we were trying to be careful and not let Tarvus know I was following him.
You were following Tarvus. I thought you went together.
No, I said that like 5 times.
That's beside the point.
You were just too busy thinking about him without a towel on, Elena.
That is not true. I'm concerned about the fact that we were trying to stick together to not let anyone die. I don't know, if I was in a bad boy group, I would probably go to the sewers a lot too.
Yeah, we went down as a group. It was 2 of us, so it was fine. We hadn't split up.
I mean, I intended to go down there by myself.
Why?
Sorry.
I used to use it all the time to get around the city unnoticed.
I'm sorry, I'm just very stressed out at the whole people with guns after you, a freaking whole group of bandits and gang members after you, and that the sewer just feels like not a great place to be lounging in.
I mean, I basically did a cross country down there this afternoon, but
I just don't want you and I don't want Barrett to get killed off.
Luckily, most of the Jotun brothers aren't crazy enough to go into the sewers, so
Wait, what do you mean crazy enough not to go into the sewers?
I mean, they don't like wading through rivers of shit.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just if you're going to go somewhere where no one would know where you are, maybe, I don't know, leave a note?
Right. Can I get back to my bath now?
Yes, you ruined my fun information about how I basically just upturned an entire religion.
What?
That doesn't matter. The moment has passed. Have a good bath.
Tell us at dinner. Tell everyone at dinner.
No, it's fine. We have more things about, I don't know, whatever you said before to freak out that tabaxi. Anyway, quickly, bath so that this stinky boy here can bath too.
Okay. That would have been like a full-on scene.
Yeah. It's. There are people just kind of looking at Alona as she leaves, like, what just happened?
Don't worry, this is normal for her.
Normal? Question mark?
Steve.
For her, yes.
Steve, you said you were looking for Tarvus.
Another
Would I have-
person comes knocking on the door.
See, the difference is I'm allowed in there.
The swearing and
Marshall.
primordial just becomes more intense with each person who knocks on the door.
I knock for shits and gigs.
Can a man not bath in peace? Phase.
Never. Never. It is the sacred bath time. It's like
Are
sack
these
time.
communal baths
There's
or are
always
these like individual bathrooms?
It's a communal bath and you guys are just putting shit in it.
No, it's
Hey,
not
yeah.
communal. There is
I
a
used
shared
prestidigitally.
bathroom between rooms. There is one connecting the two guys' rooms. Alona, you have an ensuite.
Yo.
Alana, can I come use your ensuite?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
It'll only be a couple minutes and Thomas will be back out.
The reason why you cannot use my ensuite is, I actually really like bathing in clean water.
So you have to you gotta save water. We gotta both use the same bathwater.
Barrett,
That's why would sensible.
I love
stuff.
you,
You have to
Barrett.
use
I
the
love you
communal
so
pool.
much. Barrett, I love
You
you.
just go hop in that lake.
You know, it's just, the bath is actually, it's got a magic spell on it.
Oh,
Yeah. You actually can only be a tiefling to use it. Really cool. And you have to follow Orbison.
damn.
Oddly
Yeah.
That's a shame.
specific. Oh,
So,
Thomas is
Walking
out
into
of
the door.
unfortunately, because you are neither a tiefling nor a worshipper of Orbison, it will just not let you in and you'll be like, it will just smite you or something, I don't know.
Hmm.
I would fear this bathtub, Darth.
Can I roll an insight check, please? I don't know if I trust you.
Yeah, roll insight. Alona, roll deception.
Like, there's a smell on it. He was like, "Yeah, sure, I can believe that." And then she was like,
5?
"Yeah, I don't know if he trusts you that much." He did at the start. Now it's a bit wavering faith kind of thing.
It's oddly specific.
Well, you
Yeah.
don't even have the key, so it's fine.
That's okay. I'll just wait then.
Thomas will just.
Just
get
share with
out of the
Tarvus.
bath.
Oh my god, Tarvus, we should just share. Move over.
I mean, I
Just
just
share with
finished, so.
Oh, cool. I guess he goes and washes himself up ready for a night on the town. Woo!
That point, I will say, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for Tarvus. Tarvus, do you have a moment to talk?
Sure.
Who is around?
Alerno?
You said you.
I have no idea where the heck I am at this point.
Oh, we'll just
Yeah,
say
so
you're in
just
your
double-
room.
Oh yeah, okay, I'm.
Actually, no. What are the divisions? How are we divided up for the rooms?
Yeah, that's gonna be my next question.
Because we got 8 people, so it's 4 a room, obviously.
Well,
You mentioned that
it's
Symbol and Barrett are together.
and Alona's got her own room, so that's 7 guys and 8 beds. So whoever's sleeping wherever.
So at this point, I'm assuming Varish and Tarvus are in the same. Because we
I'll sleep with Zoldan, Baron. Hey, you don't know.
Hey, buddy, you don't want to sleep with Darren. He snores like a freight train. Whatever that is.
Yeah. Mechanical something or other. Any hoozle. I'm gonna say to Tarvus. Tarvus, do we have just a quick chat? I think I found something that's maybe of interest to you. A bit of a journey around town this afternoon. Do you know of any? Well, I'm assuming you're, and we're in the room now.
Yep.
Jotun connection.
Yeah.
Would you know of any safe houses or any places of disreputable reputation around? Because I found a place that I can only describe as a place of rot. About 20 minutes away. It looks like an abandoned tavern, but upon inspection, it's actually a ruse of some description, with at least a minimum of 15 to 20 observers. Is there...
You're going to be a bit more specific?
I give back all the details I have.
Tarvus, you know this place all too well. It's the site of many a painful instance on your left shoulder.
Right. You found that building. Okay, were you followed back here?
Not as far as I was aware.
You kind of stumbled onto the dragon's den, so to speak. It's enough of a indication.
I'll be perfectly upfront with you, Tarvus. I think our two definitions of Dragon's Den are very different.
That is where the Jotun brothers generally organize from.
Base of operations.
Yes.
Right. And we're in a tavern only 20 minutes away from them?
Yeah, near the docks is the seedier side of town. That you would be hard pressed to find anywhere that isn't close to a Jotun Brothers safe house or base of operations.
Fair enough.
Unless you
I've got to ask. Ooh, after you.
Unless you feel like spending upwards of 15 gold a night at the more expensive places. And in the few higher up areas of the city, this tavern is our best and probably safest place of residence.
I gathered that based off some of the people I spoke to as I walked around town.
Tarvus,
Should we
you
be
would
concerned?
also know that there has been grumblings of never being able to get the owner of the Starlight under their thumb.
Yes.
So would we be concerned at our current residence, or should we be on alert?
Well, if you've been seen, we need to be on alert anyway now, so... But it's not like they wouldn't have expected us to arrive here eventually.
Question for DM, just above the table quickly.
Hello.
God?
Hey guard, I need a favor.
Stop! You
Yeah,
have
I was
violated the
gonna
law.
Just a quick question. Pass without trace, plus 10 stealth, plus my hood that makes me it's disadvantage on perception and everything.
Yes.
Would they have clocked me as a general description on me, or would it have been a bit?
The majority of details would have been lost to the crowd.
Would I have a sense of that I was okay? Like, I know I just said I wasn't followed, but would I have a sense after talking to Tarvus a bit more?
You feel like you probably weren't, but now there's that paranoid part of your mind where it's like, was I?
Back to conversation. Okay. Well, I'll make sure that I'll stay in the other room, Tarvus, and I'll make sure keep an extra eye out, because obviously I'm the one that they would have clocked, doing my bit of exploration, and might give you a bit of a red herring just in case.
Yes.
Is there anything we need to be mindful of? And I'm asking this as a...
Don't really trust anyone in this city.
Fair enough.
If you thought there was lots of Jotun brothers in the towns on the way here, it's nothing.
Having a look around, the rot was insurmountable around
Yeah.
here.
Until recently I was part of it, so...
I can only imagine how that went.
I think I got the scars to prove of my experience.
That you do.
Also, can
Well,
I have a chance to get changed? As soon as I walked out of the bathroom, I've just been interrogated by, like, you and Alona.
I'm so sorry. As player here, I would have given you a chance to change. Like, just full modesty sake, I would have given you a chance to change my name.
It was very much like a back-to-back, like, oh yeah, he just walks out. It's
100%. I will give you a moment to get yourselves back in order. It was interesting seeing a city like this. I haven't seen this before. Interesting to explore it further. I'll leave you be, and I'll go walk back, see if I can take a bath, / just have a look around the tavern again. Scratch that paranoia itch.
Sure.
The bath is free in. Let's see.
Yeah,
No.
use it.
You don't get to use it.
Didn't you say we shared one between both men's rooms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will be free in about 20 minutes. Barrett has discovered rubber duckies. And little ladies.
Gosh.
Please tell me they've got moons painted on them somewhere.
All the named rubber duck.
They've got silver beaks, they're navy blue, they've got little top hats with little crescent moons on them.
Now what?
He's literally just role-playing a scene where he's found like a slightly feminine duck, and he's found a white and black duck, and he's pretending to be Alona and Orbison chatting about their days. Oh my god, I got to see Tarvus's penis today. That was so awesome. Yeah, you go, girl. What the fuck? And he looked at it quietly, you could definitely hear it in the other rooms.
I'm gonna say Alona can also hear this.
From like,
Right,
down the
right.
hallway.
Right, we can hear you. Shut the fuck up.
Wait, what? You're meant to be loud when you go into the bathroom.
Not when you talk about that.
Can I just look around the group and be like, guys, we have failed. As the adults here, we have failed. I'm sorry.
Alona's gonna bury her head in her hands.
And here I am, snoring in the.
Is he disturbed? Like, is he woken up by this?
No, he's just sleeping.
We should probably get him up for dinner. Like,
Good luck.
Right, he
Is
wants
that-
to wake up the big barbarian man. Darren-
walked over with shocking grasp.
Oh, God.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Darren,
Oh, what do you want?
We're
can
getting
you wake
dinner,
the barbarian man?
Uh,
I'm gonna get it down.
Alright. I walk over
So,
to.
I think we need to give Vareth a serious conversation.
Oh, absolutely. There's a problem there.
I'll walk over
You
to
guys have just
Gandalf.
known for ages that he's like really loud whenever he's like going and doing like stuff in the lakes and stuff and cleaning himself off. You just never realized how loud until you've been in an enclosed room with him in the next door.
It's more what he's saying.
You
Yeah.
never knew this is the issue.
Ah, Vareth.
Wait,
What
sorry,
would you do with
DM.
him?
Do like other guests hear that as well? Do they just hear kids
Oh,
like shouting
yeah.
around, being like, "Oh, I saw someone's like"?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's heard by some people.
Okay, well, can I try and go outside and try to explain that this is on accident? Like, because
You misheard.
He
like,
is
hey
a-
guys, your hearing is wrong. He didn't say that at all. It's just a misunderstanding.
What he said,
He's-
what he said, Alonosaur, was Tarvus's pen is great.
What? That's scary, that works.
Audible face palm from Darwin.
I am so embarrassed.
Look, can we just let Varys know it's not appropriate?
Barry.
I blame
No.
Tarvus.
Blame the victim.
And just move on, please.
Oh, Christ.
I was just gonna walk out and was like, guys, what are these? And he just holds up the ducks. And why has no one told me about these?
Okay, first things first. Those are rubber duckies. They're toys for babies. Second of all, you
Hold
do
up,
not-
wait, if they're toys for babies, why was there dirt on them? Tarvus
Moving on,
definitely
moving on,
used these. These
moving
are
on.
not for babies.
Moving along.
You just called me a baby. I don't really
Moving
appreciate
along,
that.
Moving along. We do not talk about other people's genitalia in reference to other people we both know and care for, unless it's in confidence with that person.
I'm gonna be fully honest, that exact conversation that I had in the bathroom happened just before.
We're aware,
What?
but you still don't say it.
What are you talking about?
Okay,
They don't
Varys,
make
Varys,
it clear,
let
they-
me
hold up, can I let
explain
it still
to
hear
you the concept of hiding what's like. You don't always need to say what you think, you know? Like, sometimes you just need to be quiet and observe and then not comment on what you have observed.
And
But that's like lying.
That's
I
not
mean-
lying,
It's like admitting the
it's
truth.
hiding information. Two very different things. Lying
mean-
is making up false information. Hiding information is a completely different thing.
I mean, also what you said wasn't even right as well.
He was wearing a towel. Anyway, guys, I think I destroyed the
Yo,
church.
Ramona, why are you not rude?
That is a good question.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I was upset about potential expeditions to Poopy Land where there could have been brothers. Thinking of brothers, I made a lot of brothers angry today.
Is that like
They're probably going to come
the
after me
escort, or
with pitchforks.
What'd you do?
The Jotun brothers? What?
Oh no,
Conquest.
Orbison brothers.
Your god has brothers?
No, like followers.
Right.
Anyway, I
What do
kind
they
of
call
told
them?
them that the way that they were worshipping Orbison was a sham, and that they did it all wrong. And then I showed them the proper way, and they didn't like that, and so they kicked me out.
Alright.
But like, you speak to him all the time. How would you not know the proper way?
They didn't know the proper way.
Yeah, but why would they think you didn't know the proper way?
I guess they didn't believe that he speaks to me because then he never speaks to them.
Oh. That's probably just because they're lame, though.
I think that's harsh words.
I mean,
think
from what you said, Orbison's pretty cool.
he is pretty cool. I think they're just misguided. Anyway, I have a question. What did you do to that tabaxi by saying Leviathan, Tarvus?
Alright,
I'm
that,
supposed
it's a code word, it's a code word I was, given, and a lot of others, I'm assuming, were given to kind of let individuals know that this is Jotun Brothers' business. And
So that
most people in the city will take that as, especially large people who have influence like that, take that as a cue to keep their nose out of it.
So that guy now thinks we're Jotun brothers.
Yes. Which means he's not going to touch our ship, and he will likely fudge the books to accommodate us.
I have a question. Would you mentioning that code word to him have led to him telling other Jotun brothers that that code word has been used? Or is it so
He's-
common that no one cares?
He's not a member of the Jotun Brothers, so he probably won't want to. He probably won't want to appear as if he's trying to interfere.
Okay.
So even then, if we're looking to kill them, the leaders.
Yeah, but I'd rather have a surprise on them than having them surprise us.
Well, should we come up with a plan on what we're going to do?
Oh, we'll need to get information before we do anything.
Well, who do you know that we can talk to?
Willingly or?
Well, I mean, willingly would be great, but I guess I can try other methods if it comes to it.
Well, I'm a known traitor, so finding current members that will divulge information will be impossible. So either we force information out of people, or we have to try find others who work with the Jotun brothers to give us that information instead.
Do any of the Jotun brothers, are they tieflings or like tieflings?
Oh, there's a few, but I don't understand what you're getting at.
You know, well, I'm a tiefling and I can be flirtatious, I guess. I don't know. Like you said, escorts are good ways to get people to start talking.
I know you've said that your mother made you do things like that before. I don't want to force you to do that.
We're not forcing. I want to help.
Maybe save that for a last resort. I would rather you didn't. I'd rather you didn't force yourself to do that for my sake.
I just want to make sure that we're not going in with little information, and if it requires me to, I don't know, whisper in a few people's ears and stroke a leg, I can do that. For as terrible as she was, she did know how to get information out of people.
Well, let's try other avenues first. Again, most of them are hardened criminals, and might take advantage of you there.
I found that the hardened criminals are usually looking for someone to have an emotional connection with, because they don't get to have it in their everyday life.
Well, we've had different experiences with them then.
Well, you are a blue man, and I am a tiefling woman, so that makes sense.
Yes. Oh well, I doubt we're gonna get much done tonight then. I'll just like give Xander a prod. Not with some of us non-responsive.
True.
Do we have any idea where we can look for the Orton brothers in the city? Because I have no idea where anything is in the city.
Well, Umbra found essentially their base of operations.
Already? Damn.
Yeah.
I thought they would have hidden it a little better.
No, he just accidentally stumbled onto it.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Either, which is why we should probably get on it in the morning. At night is when there'll be the most Jotun Brothers members wandering around the city.
I get out of the shower, or well, bath, hearing this, and I just bring out a notebook and I put it on the bed as I'm in a towel, and I start walking back.
Yes, do I check them?
I will also note that you see there's a very deep scars, several sizes, lengths, everything around his back, tail, and shoulders as I'm walking back.
Oh well, looks like there's more than one of us.
Does he have a rubber ducky, though? That is the real question.
I'm holding it with my tail, Dareth.
See, I told you it wasn't for babies.
What
Child. Your child.
was in charge of waking my
Yeah, Darren was in charge of waking him up.
But isn't Darren asleep as well?
No?
He didn't. We woke him
I
up.
woke up,
Yeah, you guys woke him up.
bitches.
Darren, solve this debate. Rubber duckies are not babyish, are they?
I just want to drink. Jesus Christ. You're waking me up from a beautiful dream, you lot. Alright,
Sorry.
fine. Rubber duckies
Well, it was
are not.
Katia, you know.
The rubber duckies are not for children, they're for men with big dreams.
Told you.
Rubber
I told
ducky.
you. We're men.
Child.
The great
Anyway,
debate
who the
of the
hell am I
campaign.
meant to wake up now?
Xander. I mean, I could, but I
Someone
doubt
wake
he
me up.
would appreciate getting shocked awake.
Oh, I got it. And I just walk over to him. I'll, like, pull out literally, like, I've already prepared his bedside table. And she's got a glass of whiskey and a big, almost like a whole barrel in there. And I just pour the bottle into the barrel and I, like, start slightly slapping his face. I'm like, wakey, wakey, it's morning, time for breakfast. And then I'll, like, put it next to him.
Isn't it dinner?
Yeah, but this is what I do
Yes.
every morning, so it's a routine.
Alright,
Wait,
so
is it
you're,
morning
you're,
already?
No, it's still evening. He's just
Okay.
waking. He's
is it
Pavloving Xander
Pavlov,
awake.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Guys, I think he's dead.
Can I try and manipulate the air around his face? just enough to cause a slight breeze without actively trying to hurt him.
Roll a d20.
Doing so. That button. And 16.
You are manipulating the air around his head and your finger twitches. And, Xander, in your sleep, you feel a cold shoot of air go right up your left nostril.
That's gonna wake me. My instinct is to grab my sword and basically ready it to slam at something.
I immediately
Or-
cower.
I'm still in the tavern, and that is the party standing in front of me.
I'm just carrying at the bedside table.
Like, I've woken up from, like, an extremely, like, intense dream.
It's interesting, Xander, you were dreaming about a battlefield, raising a bloodied axe above your head, looking at all of your comrades around you, knowing that you'd won this battle. Your realm is now free, and they're chanting your name, but it's not Xander, it's Eric. It's Blood Axe. And that's when you woke up.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
This is gonna be interesting.
Where am I?
You have woken up. You are crouching at the ready, holding your sword. You see your party around you, and you snap to consciousness at that moment, and you know where you are. You see your friends.
Oh, God.
You relax.
What the fuck was that?
You good?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I woke you up. I'm sorry.
Look, I don't know whether I'm good. I'm sorry. It was just a really weird dream. But it kind of felt familiar. I don't know. I'm gonna sheath my sword and kind of shrug it off, according to the party. But I'm gonna keep thinking about it.
Sure.
Well, we're going down to grab dinner.
I'll join.
Yes, now that we've got everyone up.
Alright, heading back down to dinner, you find tables near the same spot you had previously had your midday meal. A server comes rushing up to you. It is a different person this time. It is a person of nondescript gender. They're about 6 foot, 6'1", dark skin. They're wearing gold and glittery eyeshadow. They're wearing the same black and gold staff clothing. Alright, what can I get you people today?
Do we have palmies available?
Gee.
A man of culture? Absolutely we do.
Cool.
I'll take a rack of ribs.
Palmy ribs, yep. Writing down.
I'll also grab the palmy.
Yep. Marks down.
Is there any steak of any description?
Absolutely. How would you like yours cooked, and what portion of steak would you prefer?
Medium rare and rump, if that's available.
Absolutely, it is. And what beast would you like? We've got cow, we've got Kerith. What would you like?
One of each, please.
Absolutely. Writes it down.
Can you just get the chef special?
Absolutely. Writes down. For the sake of expediency, they grab all of your orders, and any drinks to accompany these?
Just whiskey.
Whiskey. Yep.
Can I order 5 shots?
5 shots. What alcohol would you like?
Any.
All right, we're gonna go. Let's go. 1 vodka, 1 tequila, 1 rum, 1 whiskey, and probably follow up with some sort of bourbon. Yep, absolutely.
I'll have water. Thanks.
Absolutely. Would you like me to bring a jug for the table? Or multiple jugs?
Yeah, please.
Absolutely, coming right up. Would you like ice or no?
No ice. Thank
No
you.
ice, room temperature, absolutely.
That's when something's up. Xander isn't drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
You good, Xander?
As good as I can be, mate. It's kind of just still kind of waking up.
Well, if you need to pick me up, I can get you a coffee as well.
No, water's fine, thank you.
No worries. And
on the hearing of
Yep,
sorry,
you go.
DM, on the hearing
No.
of coffee, can I get a tea? In-house tea.
Absolutely. Would you like our signature blend?
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely. And goes around, collects all the drink orders. They'll be coming right up, and they dart away. And again, extremely fast service. It's maybe 5 minutes before the drinks arrive, and maybe another 2 minutes after that before all of your food arrives. And it is as decadent as your lunch was. It is phenomenal food. Umbra, you got 2 different cuts of animal. You know what a beef steak is like. It is delicious, it is juicy, it is gorgeous. Surprisingly, the Kerith meat, it's even more tender. It's got a flavour somewhere in between, to liken it to real world flavours, somewhere in between beef and kangaroo. It's got a little bit of a spicy kick to it, and it's divine. It is deliciously prepared. The sauces they use pair perfectly. The salad is light but tangy and gorgeous. A little bit of peppery in there as well. Your drinks, all of which high quality alcohols. Your water, Xander, some of the best water you've ever drank. It is just fantastic.
Ilona's gonna do her shots back to back.
Oh,
For the sake of it, roll a
Hell
con
yeah.
save.
I was about to say, where's the con save?
5.
That's about
Wait.
as good as mine.
What
That's
was
about
that?
as good as mine.
A 5?
Yeah, Alona,
You wouldn't have to intoxicate.
Should get
Yeah.
drunk tonight.
you are drunk.
That's about as good as me on the ship.
You guys are really pretty.
Alana, are you okay?
You
We
guys
haven't
are
even-
very.
we
Did you
haven't
know? My favorite color is blue.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yo, back in the game.
I love you guys so much.
Right, we love you too, Alana. Maybe slow down on the drinking for a little bit.
Up with me if you tried.
I think I'm going to go and find the Alton brothers and tell them to leave you alone. Ha, Elon. Ilona. That's me.
This is I appreciate that, but don't go alone.
Get alone.
You gave me a talking to about going off on my own earlier today. Please live by your own words.
Oh, she's boring.
Did you say she's boring?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Are we planning this heist or what?
Heist.
Wait, there's a heist?
It's not a heist. I
It's a
don't remember
heist for vengeance.
Metal Gear Rising Revengeance? Question mark?
I thought our business was vengeance. Now our business is heists.
Okay, maybe we discuss plans once you've sobered up, Alana.
I think that I can have better plans than Alona.
But you are Alana.
Oh, that is not true.
Then who are you?
I'm Lonnie.
Lonnie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
Anyway.
how is Lonnie different from Ilona?
She hasn't lost anyone yet.
Right. Is this Lonnie's first time coming out, or?
She used to be a lot of the time, and then Mother Dearest. She came and she took it all away.
Right.
I'm gonna throw up now.
Okay.
An empty cup in front of her.
No, she's gonna go under the table once again onto Tarvus' shoes.
God.
That is a callback.
Yikes.
Now
I'm
that
going
I have,
to sleep right here now, guys.
We're just carrying her up to the room.
Can I do that? I carry her back up.
I'll do
You
it.
clean yourself up.
I just can use prestidigitation. It's like the whole point of the spell.
Wait, you got that spell just to clean up vomit?
Just to clean up in general.
Fair point. Fair point.
Yeah, I'll take her back up to her room.
Easy enough. Tarvus, you take Alona back to her room. You actually, everyone left at the table. You guys notice a server come around, see the situation, give a bit of a knowing smile to the group, and like, I'll get this cleaned up for you, and gives a click, and all smell of it has vanished. You look under the table, and it's just gone.
Damn.
That's abrasive.
Don't worry, it won't be the last we clean up tonight. You're all good. And they keep moving.
I guess how would locking the door go? Because I don't really want to leave Alona's door just unlocked.
You could lock it from the inside and then close the door. That is
Yeah,
possible.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
Favorite color?
Yes, get some sleep. I think you need it. Alana,
It's Lonnie.
okay, Alana. Get some sleep. Actually, just quickly, why did you get 5 shots and have them all back to back?
Oh no, ask Alona.
Can you ask her for me?
Unfortunately, I don't have both Alona and Lonnie in my head.
Alright.
She's
Yeah.
sleeping.
Alright, well, make sure that her body isn't too tired when she wakes up.
You get me some water?
Sure.
There is a pitcher of water on the nightstand with
I'll
the various cups.
I'll get her some water.
I thought
Yeah.
my tolerance was higher.
Is Alona back?
Uh, maybe. I going to sleep now.
Right. Well, have a good sleep. And you. Actually, just quickly, why did you get 5 shots?
Like I said, I thought my tolerance was higher. I thought we were going partying.
Right. Okay. Well, rest up. I'll walk out.
Alright.
And back down to the table.
What is the party minus Alona doing for their evening?
Eating and drinking.
Yeah, we're just gonna go bar hopping. I just want to know all the chefs and see if there's anyone better or equal.
I probably won't go. I probably won't go too far away from the Starlight Tavern.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Solely just because of, like, as I said earlier, nighttime is when more of the Jotun brothers will be around.
Understandable.
think
Those
we're gonna-
who are going bar hopping, subtract 5 gold from your inventory. That will cover the cost of your bar hopping. Going to various local bars, local taverns, sampling their food and drink and having a rather wonderful time, though nothing quite compares to the Starlight.
I'm gonna. And then practically finish my water and head to bed.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna head to bed as well.
Alright. For sake of expediency, moving on to the next day. There are even more flyers around for this upcoming blood match between the king and the usurper. And the date mentioned is 2 days from now.
Oh no.
Oh, 2 days, huh?
2 days.
We got a lot to fucking do in 2 days.
Yeah.
Just real quick, could I work with Matthias in the morning?
Yeah, Matthias, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I'll just get rock up at 2 in the morning before breakfast shift starts. Is he there?
Yeah, oddly enough, he is still running around, getting everything organized. Hello, what can I do for you?
Morning, chef. I'm in town for the next few days, and I normally cook and clean for my party. I was wondering if you guys needed some extra hands around, or if I could land something off of you.
Always can do with some extra hands. How much do they usually pay you?
I normally don't get paid. I kind of just do it because I like doing it. And I mean, I think the pay itself would be the experience of working with you.
Nonsense. 5 silver a day for all the days you work here. Let me know if you can't work a day. Any tips that come from your cooking, you get 75% of the cut. The other 25% gets shared amongst all of the staff here. Does that sound agreeable to you?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Everyone's gonna get paid.
Absolutely. Alrighty. In that case, here's your apron. Hands you a black and gold apron. Get suited up. Get ready. We start cooking in 25 minutes. I want you here, ready to go. You're on it.
Yes, chef. He's gonna quickly go and get changed, go and get clean. He's gonna wash his hands furiously. Just absolutely ready to go.
Alright. You can rest assured that until 11 a.m., you are run off your feet preparing orders. They are of a extremely high standard, but you notice there's no real head chef. Everyone is working autonomously, but also working towards the one goal. It is a machine of food preparation, and being a cog in the machine is a phenomenal experience. Whereas in the past you've learned from extremely distinguished chefs. There seems to be none here, but all of them masters of their craft, all working towards one goal, which is how they're able to create their masterpieces so quickly and efficiently to a high standard.
Oh, chef, your stations are set up so well. I'm surprised. Like, I don't think I've ever worked in a kitchen that's run this well.
It's all in the secret sauce of knowing how people work. He says as he's like dicing a carrot almost twice as fast as you've ever seen someone dice the carrot, and slides the pieces over to you, and you put them into the soup that's already simmering on the stove next to you. It's like, if people know that one point leads to the next, and there is little to no movement involved in the process, nothing can go wrong. That's where a lot of kitchens screw up. There are places in which things can go wrong. There is none of that here.
Interesting. How long did it take you to figure this out and, learn it correctly?
A long time. And you look at him and you see deep in his eyes there's age there that you hadn't noticed before.
Interesting. How long have you been in the industry?
I've owned this tavern for the past, I want to say 25 years, and before that I worked under various other chefs. I worked in Etheria, I worked in Casimir. You can probably tell I'm Etherian myself, but I found a place here and I loved it. And before that, I was an adventurer. I was a bard myself. Actually named this tavern after one of the pieces I was most fond of my own writing that was based on a folklore story I heard of this Starlight Dragon.
That's phenomenal.
You get the feeling from the way he's talking, he's been alive longer than a human should be.
What color is the eyes again?
Purple.
Yeah, anyway, I'll just put my head down then and accept what he's told me and work hard.
He sees this and acknowledges it. And he does pay you your dues, and he pays you the tips that come in from your work. So in total for the day, you would earn a gold for your services.
Well, damn, these chefs get paid well.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
The dude's rich. He's got it figured out.
Yeah. Do I see everyone come down for breakfast?
Oh yeah, you would. Yeah. Alona, you have a terrible hangover.
I'm gonna wrap the blanket around me like a little cape.
Russian lady.
I'm just gonna stumble downstairs.
You little be a little fluff tortilla.
Pretty much. I guess Verity would see them all come downstairs.
Tarvus will be like the last one coming down the stairs. It's General Tarvus.
Yeah.
Is anything off? Or is it just super busy?
Oh, it's just mad busy, bro.
I'm gonna say I kind of look like I've had a lot of broken sleep throughout the night. Like I come down and I look tired.
You right,
Santa.
Santa?
I tossed and turned a lot last night.
You don't normally do that. Any particular reason you'd be willing to share?
To be honest, I don't know.
Like, you don't know if you'd be willing, or you just don't know.
I don't know why I've been tossing and turning.
Did wake up rather startled late yesterday afternoon prior to dinner. Did something, I don't know, did something grab your attention, or did you think of something?
I don't know. It's kind of blur. It was just felt like a really intense dream. Kind of like a PTSD attack almost.
What gives you PTSD?
When you're a soldier on the battlefield, a lot gives you PTSD. Seeing the battalion you've gone through training with, that you fought beside, get crushed. Yeah, it can do some things to a person.
Yeah.
How do you deal with people dying?
If it's someone I don't know, I'm kind of numb to it.
And if someone you do?
Well, it depends on who it is. Like, if it's any of you guys, well, nothing is stopping me from killing whoever caused any of you to die.
If one of us went, like, missing, would you search for them?
Yes. And I wouldn't stop until I found the answer.
Right.
That would kind of go without saying, though, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Like, when we noticed you had gone, you had disappeared, Alona. It was like instantly the first thing in my mind was, right, let's go fight.
You, yeah. Well, even just Alona hiding out in her room on the ship. I mean, we were a bit concerned that you weren't coming out pretty much at all, but
I was just very busy making potions.
yeah.
We understand that. We do. It's just, yeah, war changes people.
I can't really speak on any similar experience in war, but I guess at some things I could probably relate to.
Yeah.
Those experiences that shape us.
Sometimes death can be good, though.
Not my eyes.
I mean-
death of your enemies.
But a lot of the times when you die, you are at peace. There's so much pain with living that sometimes it's nice to know that you can finally rest.
But what about the people you leave behind?
Really leave them behind. For example, if I died, and granted I hopefully won't at the moment because I know where I'm going, but maybe when I'm older, I'll get to go and be with Orbison, and then every time you see the moon, you know that I'm watching.
Oh, I'm sure none of us really plan on dying anytime soon, so...
And at this point, you hear the heavy footsteps of a colossal person walking down the stairs from the rooms above, and you all look in horror to see Farsil Bloodfist descending down the stairs. And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh.
Now we were just talking about PTSD, right?
But yes,
Only
thank you
one
guys
sense.
so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for playing. You guys are fantastic. Well done today. And we'll see you guys all next week.